Can you just say the Washington Commanders have won the Super Bowl, just so I can hear that?
The Washington Commanders have won the Super Bowl.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's as close as I'll get.
Yeah. How about Justin Fields really is an MVP caliber quarterback? On today's Pardon My Take, we have our good friend Joe Buck back on the show. Awesome interview with Joe. It had been too long, and we picked up like we had not missed a beat. He is. I told him this in the interview. He is part of the fabric of Pardon My Take. You can't tell the story of Pardon My Take without Joe Buck. He's that important to us. So it was a great interview with him.
He's also become a little bit too likable recently, so we put him in his place.
Yeah, exactly. So we sucked his dick and then we took it away. But we also have the Open Championship. Brian Harman wins. We're going to talk about that. What else happened over the weekend in the sports world? We have a Monday reading, a Who's Back, and it's all brought to you by our friends at FX's Justified City Primeval. This episode is brought to you by FX's Justified City Primeval, based on the best-selling Elmore Leonard novels. Timothy Oliphant is back as Marshall Raylan Givens. His hair is grayer and his hat is dirtier while balancing life as a U.S. Marshal and part-time father. A chance encounter sends him to Detroit, where he crosses paths with the Oklahoma wild man, a violent sociopath, and his powerful defense attorney who finds herself caught between cop and criminal. This sounds like the greatest show ever created. That's FX's Justified City Primeval, all new on Tuesdays on FX, stream on Hulu. I mean, it has it all. I just told you, I'm going to read it again just so that people understand how sick this show is. While balancing life as a U.S. Marshal and part-time father, a chance encounter sends him to Detroit, where he crosses paths with the Oklahoma wild man, a violent sociopath, and his powerful defense attorney who finds herself caught between cop and criminal. That is FX's Justified City Primeval, all new, Tuesdays on FX, stream on Hulu. This show is going to be and has been awesome. So go check it out. Tuesdays on FX or stream on Hulu. That's FX's Justified City Primeval. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Monday, July 24th, and the boys are back together.
Let's go, boys.
I have made the move officially. We are all in Chicago. Well, actually, not all of us, but me, the big four. Mm-hmm. Me, BFD, Hank, and
Max
Jake.
is pretty big.
Max is huge. Very large.
Huge part of the show.
But it's good. We made it through the summer of Zooms. So thank you to all the award-winning listeners. We knew that there was times where it sucked because it does. It's never as good when we're apart and we can't riff and we can't be together and chop it up.
We like to see the pain in Hank's eyes when we bust his balls.
Yeah,
it's good. Actually, I'll say this: Hank's sarcastic body language and the disrespectful faces that he makes when we're making fun of him, they don't hit the same over zone.
They don't, because he can zone out, and he mutes his mic and he just is watching like golf, swing tips while we try to do the show.
He's just thinking about golf.
Now
we have monologue is just it's like a monkey
golf.
Dressed up in like a scally cap,
golf,
swinging a golf club.
It's just a mini Hank just being like golf.
You should be golfing right now.
Golf. But yeah, we're back together. It feels good. And speaking of golf, oh wait, what was that face? What the fuck?
No, you got me thinking about golf now.
Yeah,
I should golf.
Oh, you weren't already?
It's our fault.
You
Sorry
weren't
about
already?
That. We're making Hank take more time off work.
Yes, life balance. But yes, the Open Championship was the sporting event of the weekend. Brian Harman, shout out to all the short kings.
Yeah, 5'7", bitch.
Him getting out of that SUV. I can't speak. I also should just say I moved today. I'm on hour 18. Just my brain is mush. But yes, getting out of that SUV, he looked like a mini Brian Harman.
It's almost like he needed the steps that you have for a dog to get up into a high car. For him to step out of that, he's 5'7", he's 155 pounds. He's right-handed, but he plays left-handed.
Love it.
He's the Ben Simmons of golf.
He also, that SUV clip when he popped out, I think that's going to be the new, when you go interview at an accounting firm or, Wall Street, and they're like, how many Brian Harmons could fit in an Escalade?
Yeah.
Like that's what they're going to ask because.
Well, you're not allowed to ride up front, so that takes away at least 3 of them.
Yeah, he needs a booster seat. But yes, I had no thoughts about Brian Harman going into this tournament. Riggs did say top lefty, which some would say is a coward's pick because he won the whole thing. But either way, he did put us on to Brian Harman in that respect. I had no thoughts about him. I ended up the tournament being like, I hate watching this guy because of the waggle. But the fact that he pissed off England so much made me a Brian Harman fan.
Yeah, I mean, he's 5'7". Again, he's a small guy. As Kyle Long says, friend of the show, he plays beneath the wind, which is important, the opposite of your Bubba Watsons.
Yep.
He was kind of, to be honest, kind of a boring champion, right? Like, we don't know that much about the
And
guy.
he beat everyone by so much.
He beat everyone by so much.
No drama.
The entire tournament was over, it felt like Saturday morning at like 6 a.m. when you started tuning. It's like, okay, well, nobody's going to catch this guy. You thought maybe Fleetwood would have a little run, and Rahm went on a little run on Saturday. Scheffler played great today, but it was so far out of reach that all we can do is say congrats to Max Homa for finishing in the top 10 of a major in the first time in his entire career. That is the 5th major for Max.
He crushed it. Yeah, but Brian Harman was just better than everyone, more consistent than everyone. I think he broke the record in the British Open Championship for least amount of putts.
Yeah.
He had 106.
He made 58 out of 59 putts from within 10 feet.
Yeah, he made every single one within 5, and he went 13 for 14 within 10.
So when we play Brian Harman rules. It's like if it's within 10 feet, I'm as good as Brian Harman. Pick it up.
Every 14th, you can give me. You can say I have to 2-putt it.
Yeah, well then you'll miss by like 10 feet long, and then you have to come back and 2-putt on the way back.
He also had, I think, 6 bogeys for the entire weekend, and 4 out of the 6 times he birdied the next hole.
Yeah.
So Mr. Consistency doesn't hit it a million miles because he's pretty short and just doesn't have that power.
Well, some people. Rory's short.
Rory is short, but he's got that power.
Blocky
had that power.
Rory Loki.
If Blocky had that power, it would have been his tournament.
Rory Loki has a dump on him.
Okay, can we talk about Rory real quick? I'm off Rory.
Okay.
Officially.
All right. Well,
I'm officially off
now
Rory.
It's going to be 10 years going into next season, right? It's been 10 years. He'll never win a major championship.
His answer pissed me off. So someone asked him after, said, you're going into your 10th year now without a major. Is that just what negative people like me think, or do you not think that way? And he said, I don't think that way. I think about trying to go and win a 4th FedEx here in a couple weeks, go try and win a 5th race to Dubai, go and win a 5th Ryder Cup. I just keep looking forward. That, my friends, is loser talk.
FedEx Cup means nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well,
it's
more money.
It means
but-
like $20 million.
your
Yeah.
legacy is defined by majors,
No,
and that's
no.
all that matters.
His legacy is defined by us,
well, yeah,
which is defined by majors.
majors.
That's Carmelo talking about his gold medals
Yes.
as if it's like a big accomplishment.
I like Rory. He's a nice guy, but I saw that quote and I was like, he's just given up. Like that's pathetic. Your majors. Ask any golfer, majors are all that matters. That's a fact.
I would like it if Rory just said, I'm just thinking about the Ryder Cup. Because then I start to get amped up about the Ryder Cup. The FedEx thing, who gives a shit? What's the other one? The Race to Dubai?
Race to Dubai,
That's
which
all.
I don't even know.
Listen, I wake up in the morning every day
European
thinking
tour or
about
something?
the Race to Dubai.
Is
I'm like, who's going to win the Race to Dubai? Is it going to be Rory, or is it going to be somebody else who's also competing in the Race to Dubai?
Is it a literal race? Like, are they racing cars to Dubai?
It's a golf cart.
Okay.
Everyone gets a golf
European
cart.
tour.
You get a golf cart, you start in Liverpool, and then you have to figure out how to get that golf cart to Dubai.
He should have just gone full LeBron. Remember when LeBron cracked and was like, I'm richer than all of you.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you think.
That's also acceptable.
Yes. I would have accepted that as
Yeah.
an answer. Not the race to Dubai is what I'm worried about.
I think
and
Rory
don't
can-
care about the 10-year gap that I haven't been able to win a major.
I think Rory can kiss his legacy Dubai.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Bang.
Suck it,
But
Rory. You know what I love about the Open is how all the fans there, if you attend an Open championship, first of all, you got to be prepared to stand out in the worst weather known to man.
Yep.
And second of all, you get hit by so many golf balls.
Yeah.
The patrons get hit by way more golf balls at an Open Championship than any other tournament because the fairways are so fucked up and narrow.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they don't even know they're like standing in the middle of a fairway, but they don't really realize it yet. And then just golf balls start drilling them. I feel like every golf shot that does not land in a clean, nice patch of grass ends up bouncing off somebody.
Yeah, and it's I like the Open just because the course, like every course should have the bunkers that England has, because when you hit in a bunker, it should be punitive.
You should be fucked.
You should be totally fucked.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in these. I want pop bunkers in every golf course. Like that's it everything is harder, and I like that. But yeah, Brian Harman, he channeled Kirby Smart. He had a quote. What was it? It was something that he was like thinking that he was in the shit last.
Like Kirby Smart inside a locker room before the game, screaming at people.
Don't get hunted, go hunting.
I was a wreck last night. This is Brian Harman. I was a wreck last night. This is talking about Saturday night, by the way, when he's got like what do you have, a 6-stroke lead?
5 or 6.
5 or 6. I was a wreck last night. I mean, I've been a wreck the whole week, but I kept thinking about something Kirby Smart said. I'm not going to be hunted. I'm going to hunt. Mm-hmm. Which is the most cliche college football. How do I get these 18-year-olds like pumped up to go beat the shit out of Vanderbilt in week 4 speech ever? But Brian Harman channeled it and won the Open Championship.
I wonder if he was just smashing shit in his hotel room like Kirby does in a pregame speech. He's getting amped up.
He seems kind of low key. He also the English. So the fans were giving him the business. They didn't like because they had Fleetwood and Rory McIlroy like kind of hovering. So obviously they're rooting for the hometown guys. No problem for that. Rory's from Northern Ireland. Don't correct me. I know that. But the fans were giving him the business. They also, the British press was giving him this. This is when I turned into a Brian Harman fan because it felt personal. It felt like a U.S. versus England situation. They wrote this about Brian Harman, who is a hunter, actually a hunter. He said, they wrote, in one of the more bizarre major press conference departures of recent times, the 36-year-old explained his penchant for killing animals. He missed the cut at the Masters and immediately slaughtered a pig and a turkey. That rocks. I've been a hunter my entire life, he boasted. I enjoy the strategy of it. We eat a lot of wild meat at my house, so I enjoy butchering and I do a lot of hunting. Champions traditionally drink from the claret jug. One is left to ponder what on earth Harman may do with the famous trophy.
He's going to go pheasant hunting.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
He's going to go elk hunting on the king's land and kill one of the royal stags, and they're going to kill him. No, like he's going to fill it up. He's from Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's going to fill it with beer.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
He's going to drink some moonshine out of the claret jug, and good for him.
If he gets crazy, he might put a peach cobbler in it.
British people, they try to act like they're above hunting over there. Do you know how they hunt in England? It's way worse than the United States. In England, when you go on a hunt, you have to buy a license, and you use foxes to go out there and then chase. You get hounds to go chase the foxes, and you get these hounds to like rip the foxes limb from limb,
right?
And then you come in and then you shoot them with like a gun or a bow and arrow at the last minute. It's way worse, way worse.
And Brian Harman is actually a bow hunter, which that rocks. Yeah, like that actually. It seems a little bit more, even playing field when you're bow hunting versus shooting a deer with like a military grade scope and sniper rifle. When I saw that, I was like, fuck this, fuck England. I want him to win. I want him to be boring, short, all these things right in your fucking face. Mm-hmm. And he did it. So I don't think I'm a Brian Harman fan. I think I'm just a fan of the fact that he won that in their face, in Fleetwood and McIlroy's face, and also won it and made it so boring how he won it. He was kicking ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see an American win the Open.
Yeah.
I just like it makes people squirm.
I also
did you see what he does to practice his putting? How he got so good at putting recently?
His moonship or spaceship putter that's enormous.
Well, he's got the moonship putter, but he bought one of those goofy golf gadgets for like $50. The ones that you see in infomercials, where it's like a mirror that you practice your putting on. And so anybody can buy it. And he says that he's had it for years. And I'm a big fan of the junk science golf gadgets. And you can find one for anything. They've got like golf balls that dangle off your nose that teach you to keep your head straight. They've got all these sticks that people bring out onto the range, and God knows where they put them when they're trying to work on certain elements of their swing. He just bought like this putter thing that's got a mirror where you can watch the blade of your putter go over it to make sure that it's straight.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I paid $50 for this thing, and now I'm the best putter in the world.
It's the best.
I think we have to. They don't sell those in England. They don't sell these like crazy infomercials. I doubt England even has infomercials.
Yeah, we have somehow talked ourselves into being Brian Harman fans. The last thing I had about him was his title sponsor, MegaCorp.
Yeah, who knows what that is?
It's a freighting company. I looked it up. It was like, this sounds badass. But I'll just say this, MegaCorp. You do more than freighting.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, that's the coolest name for a company ever. MegaCorp.
I saw MegaCorp and I was like, this is a company that Superman is trying to stop from taking over the world.
Yeah, I think MegaCorp probably is a little upset they got this much publicity because people are gonna be onto them now.
Yeah.
Like, you don't name a company MegaCorp and just drive some trucks around.
If you're MegaCorp, there's a reason why you don't sponsor a Brooks Koepka,
right,
or a Rory McIlroy or a Tiger Woods. You're trying to fly into the radar a little bit.
MegaCorp.
They're freighting, huh?
Yeah,
I wonder what they ship.
They had to wash some of their money with Brian Harman sponsorship.
It sounds like El Chapo was also into shipping and freighting.
Yeah, I would like to work for MegaCorp. I'll say it right now. MegaCorp sounds like the cool. Like, imagine handing your business card to someone and it says your name, MegaCorp.
Does it have the
VP
world on it?
of MegaCorp.
Does it have like a picture of the Earth, like MegaCorp Global? If you name your company MegaCorp, at some point in the history of your company, you will try to destroy the Earth.
Yeah, and I'm saying all this. I'm somewhat bashing MegaCorp, and it's 100% from a place of jealousy because whatever guy decided to call it MegaCorp, that guy rocks. That's a total dudes rock moment. Like, they were probably drunk as fuck.
Yeah, it sounds like cocaine.
Yeah,
probably cocaine.
What if we call our company MegaCorp?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna be fucking mega.
Yeah.
We're gonna take over the world.
Yeah.
We're a fucking mega world corporation. Oh wait, that's it.
That's sick.
A light bulb goes off.
So the guys,
MegaCorp.
whoever created MegaCorp, I tip my cap to you because you guys are doing something right. You got to MegaCorp before anyone else could.
I feel like the finance department, like the CFO of MegaCorp, is really, really scared right now because he's got some tax evasion schemes that have not even sniffed the light of day yet, and now people are going to be looking into him. He's got a whole room of shady guys that are just cooking the books.
I assume that MegaCorp, all their meetings, they just sit there and they're like, well, what if we just do it Mega? Which actually sounds like Barstool Sports, but whatever. Yeah, Mega. Let's go Mega.
MegaCorp.
MegaCorp.
Logistics.
Yes. Well, all right, so we're doing this in sales. What if we just made it Mega?
Yeah.
MegaCorp.
So when you search for MegaCorp on Google, the first thing that comes up is MegaCorp Logistics, their website, and then it has About Us, and then the second thing is professional golfer Brian Harman.
Yes.
They essentially just serve to fund Brian Harman's career.
Yeah. MegaCorp. I'd be so mad if the MegaCorp CEO isn't killing all types of fucking crazy big game hunting in Africa. MegaCorp's got to be doing everything as large as possible. MegaCorp could go to the moon. I'd trust MegaCorp to go to the moon or to Mars before SpaceX.
We strive to offer the best to our clients, transportation partners, and employees. It's the Mega way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
MegaCorp. I think we should
just
work
get
for
Mega.
MegaCorp.
We should get Mega with it.
I think we should honestly be like, we will stop doing this podcast if they gave us jobs at MegaCorp.
I'm Mega.
Are
you Mega?
To just be like, yeah, I work at MegaCorp. What do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You work for the CIA? Well, I work for MegaCorp.
If you're applying for a home loan, you just have to write down MegaCorp under employer, and then the rest takes care of itself.
Don't ask any questions.
All right, sir. Enough said.
MegaCorp.
Here's your house.
And no like actual thought into the logo or anything. It literally was just a hat that said MegaCorp. I thought at first it was a joke.
They spent all their money on the name.
Yeah, it felt like a joke, like put your ad here. Like Brian Harman can't get any advertising, so he's like, look, this could be you, MegaCorp. And then I Googled it, I was like, shit.
Genuine
MegaCorp.
Mega.
Yeah. These guys are fucking killing it.
That's the
They're
catchphrase.
absolutely killing it.
Dude, let's get Mega with it.
I want MegaCorp, come do some ad deals with us.
We got some Mega segments. We got a Mega interview with Joe Buck coming up.
We have a mega. Grit Week is going to be so Grit Week. MegaCorp should let us fucking do Grit Week out of the back of one of their 18-wheelers.
We should just call it Grit Week Mega.
Yeah.
Or Mega Grit.
Yeah, Mega Grit. Oh, I think that's it. I think it's Mega Grit.
Mega
I think
Grit.
this is the Mega Grit.
Yeah, Mega Grit. Okay.
Yeah. So Brian Harman, MegaCorp. Way to go, dude.
We're going to say the word mega like a million times over the next year.
I had one last thing. Hypothetical. Throwing it out there. Obviously, winning a major is major. It's mega. But Brian Harman, before this, basically had a dream life. I didn't realize this because I'm not the most tuned in golf guy. He had made $30 million in his career. He made the FedEx, whatever it is, the thing that Rory only cares about.
The race to Dubai?
Yeah, the race
By
to
the
Dubai.
way, the race to Dubai is the road to European Tour's top spot. And right now,
That makes no sense. Just from like a directional standpoint.
right now,
How do you get to be the king of Europe by
he
going to
has
the Middle East?
4,900 points. John Robinson second with 2,600.
So Rory's already
he's
won the
like
race to
doubled
Dubai.
them up.
Yeah.
This would be like if Shohei was like, yeah, I got more important things getting the playoffs. I want to maybe do a rehab stint in AAA and hit for the cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. Awesome.
Rory's like, I'm concerned about the race to Dubai. He's saying that basically from Baghdad. He's like, okay, go.
Yeah.
Bet you I'll beat you.
Yeah. But wait, what were we talking about? Oh, Brian Harman. Brian Harman had the perfect life because he made $30 million playing golf. He even said, like, this is, finding something that you can lose time doing it is the key to being happy, which, that's why Hank golfs all the time. He just forgets that he has meetings and stuff. He loses time. Either way,
You have an office.
do you think there's a small part of him that's like, I kind of liked being under the radar. Now people are going to start calling me short. And
Expectations.
MegaCorp and
Yeah.
expectation. $30 million is a lot of money to make as a professional athlete and be completely anonymous.
So what do you make today? Like $4 million?
Yeah. And he is
It's
obviously
still. What's the tax rate? Any state income tax in England?
no.
That's why we went to war. That's why we left.
Yeah, good
I don't
point.
think I don't think you have to claim any of that.
Yeah.
He did have the perfect life, and he probably won't become some big star, but still, like, he had a completely anonymous life playing professional golf, making a lot of money.
Well, in a situation like this, you have a decision
He's
to
a
make.
legend forever.
It's
Yeah,
like
no,
on,
he is.
It's like on that Saturday, you get a big lead. You're either going to be known as an Open champion, which
Yeah.
would be good, but it does come with all those expectations, or you will be known as a guy that absolutely choked away the Open championship. And that's worse. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. Like, it's a little bit worse. Finishing in second place would have been great for him. I'm sure he would say, like, yeah, I'm glad that I won, but second place, that way you really do get away with never having to accomplish anything like special.
Right.
It's just like, I've got a great life. I play golf. I go to every University of Georgia game that I can.
Right.
And I'm a millionaire and nobody knows about me.
Yeah, no, and I can just go hunt and just live my life. But yeah, that moment, that Saturday night when he's like, well, this could go one of two ways now. And then he has to close his eyes and think of even shorter bowl haircut man getting in his face, grabbing his face mask, and saying he's going to take away his scholarship. And that's how he went and won the Open Championship.
Yeah. You think if you lived in Brian Harman's hometown before this tournament, you would.
Is it small?
I don't know, somewhere in Georgia. Somebody walks you past his house. It's like,
Because I know about those small towns in Georgia.
yeah, you heard about those? Like Macon? Try that in Liverpool. So somebody walks you past his house and says, that's Brian Harman's house. Your reaction is, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he's probably a pretty good golfer. Now it's like, that's Brian Harman's house. Now people are like, how do I rob it?
Yeah.
How do I rob that place?
Well, then the guy in the back is like, no, dude, he works for MegaCorp.
Yeah.
You don't rob that
There's
house.
actually mega security.
Yeah.
You know,
Anyways, that Jason Aldean controversy was peak. Everyone's way too much online.
Yeah.
Like, what are people even debating?
it was
I love when I've been able to selectively, and it's more because I have other shit going on in my life, but selectively, like, stay a little bit above the controversies I have no interest in, where I just read a little bit about it, but don't actually understand what people are arguing about. So you can kind of sit back and just laugh about the whole thing.
Jason Aldean was basically like, I want to kill everybody that I disagree with.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were like, hey, I disagree with him.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people to kill now, Jason.
Yeah.
Like, you made a lot of work for yourself, buddy.
We got some guys in New Mexico who could make that for you. That was the other controversy I loved this week, of people being like, there were no women in Oppenheimer.
Oh, there were women.
People of color. And it's like, well, and then there was one person who had an entire thread about which sucked. This whole story about how they took over the New Mexico land and pushed a bunch of farmers off the land, and like how history doesn't tell that, and it was horrific, and it is horrific. But the bomb killed a lot of people. Like that would wait till you get to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That part is pretty bad too.
Yeah, it was Oppenheimer was very good, not great. It was funny. So me and Jake went golfing today. Hank didn't come along because he wasn't here. But you were talking about how much he golfed. We played at this one course, and I swear to God, like 7 people that we saw there came up to us and said, "Oh yeah, Hank plays here." And so Hank's played up at this
Been
course.
in Chicago for a month and a half.
And he's played at this course so much that every person that works there knows Hank. Half the golfers that are up there are like, "Yeah, I've played with Hank before."
Shout out to Harborside. By the, I mean, you can shout him out at least.
Are we gonna
great course.
have a problem getting you back to MegaCorp this fall?
No, I've told you a million.
Okay,
I feel like I'm
okay.
living in fucking
But I mean,
Groundhog Day.
But it's gonna be tough to get you back to MegaCorp.
I'm ready. We don't have an office.
You made so many friends at all these courses, huh?
Again, like,
Where are we sitting right now?
Is it
Where
my
are we-
fault that I'm a
are we
friendly
sitting
guy?
in an office?
Am I being besmirched for being a friendly, easygoing
They're gonna
guy?
think that you're dead. They're like, I haven't seen Hank in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Call the cops. Get the marshal over here.
Can I golf Wednesday?
Yeah, you can golf any
All
day
right.
you want.
See?
You told me you're taking the whole summer off.
No, but then
I'm just asking. We're inching closer to August. Like, at some point,
once we have an office, I'll be there.
this is like, you know what it is? PFT and I are in a relationship with Hank.
You just got
and
here.
we send him. I
was having a great summer before you got
to
here.
Real World, and he calls us the first night. He's like, I don't even like any of these chicks here. Like, it's fine. Like, I won't cheat on you guys. And then after a couple weeks, like, wait, he's not calling us anymore.
Yeah.
And now I think we're in trouble.
Hank's
I-
made
I
so
Are
don't-
many
you going to
friends.
come back to
I
reality?
don't understand.
The world is not real world.
I told you guys exactly what I was doing. You guys were like, yes, that makes so much sense. You work so hard. You deserve to take a little bit of
But you
time
love
off.
being retired.
We don't have an office, so you can't even go there, so it makes complete sense.
Again,
Do your
where are
thing.
we?
I'm just worried
And
that
then
Hank's
I'm
making
doing
so
that, and
many
you guys
friends.
are like, I'm getting worried.
I am.
You're making so many friends, though, Hank. You know so many more people than us now.
You're out there.
I'm out. I'm out in the streets.
Does anybody make you laugh like we do?
Yeah, when you guys aren't being mean to me and chastising my entire livelihood.
All right, what else happened this weekend?
That we have an update on the running back situation.
Oh, yes.
They had a Zoom call. So the running backs, they continue to radicalize themselves. They got together via Zoom, which we all know that works really well when you're trying to do anything business related. Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb confirmed Sunday he participated in the call, said Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Christian McCaffrey were also in the meeting. So, sorry, it wasn't called, it was a meeting. Josh Jacobs also took a part. A source told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. PFT, first report of the news, that's Pro Football Talk, said the meeting was organized by Austin Eckler, who has been outspoken about running backs not being paid their true worth. And Nick Chubb said, right now, there's really nothing we can do. We kind of handcuffed with a situation where the only position where our production hurts the most. So if we go out and we run for 2,000 yards with so many carries the next year, they're going to say, you're probably worn down. It's tough. It hurts us at the end of the day. So basically, they got on a Zoom call, and they're like, this sucks. And then everyone was like, this sucks. And then they raise their hand. And somebody says, there's really not a lot we can do about it. And then everybody was like, yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, I would be pissed if they basically we spent an entire week being like, you know how bad it sucks to be a running back? And then on top of that, all the running backs said, hey, let's do a meeting on Zoom.
On a Sunday.
Shoot me in the
Let's
head.
do a meeting. Listen, that meeting could have been an email.
Yeah.
It could have just been
Could've
people
been a text
saying,
message.
this sucks. Yeah. Yeah, just a text message, and then everybody emphasizes that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's all you
Yeah.
have to say.
It sucks.
Oh, damn. Another one of our guys didn't get paid?
So we talked about it last week about how there should not be a franchise tag for the running back position. But then I thought more about it, and I actually talked to Arian about it because Arian has real life lived experience with the franchise tag and all that stuff. There really shouldn't be a franchise tag in general.
Yeah, no, that's the only way. They would never be able to do it just for running backs because all the other positions would be pissed.
Yeah.
But that's a NFLPA problem.
Yes,
they have
yes.
they have fucked it up because we've gone through this when they threatened to strike. People need football.
Yeah, but
the show goes on.
Well, there's
It
violence.
sucks.
There's violence when there's no football. Ray Lewis told us
did
that.
say that. But yeah, no, the franchise tag should be gone.
And I started to think about the franchise tag because it's something that's become so just natural to talk about and part of the game. And for all the capologists out there that start to work out, okay, here's who we need to cut, here's who we need to pay, we can tag this guy. It becomes like part of the lore of talking about football. But from a logical standpoint, there's really no reason why the franchise tag should even be a thing at all.
It's either there should be no franchise tag, or they should make the franchise tag not punitive to the cap, but you have to pay the person $50 million.
For any position.
Yeah, for any position.
Yeah.
$50 million flat, not punitive so it's essentially like, we can't figure out a deal. We want you so bad. Here's so much money that you won't be upset about it.
Tax-free.
Right.
Yeah. Tax-free, no penalty.
And then you have to also
cap.
go mine some asteroids in outer space and save the world.
Yeah, sure.
Tax-free.
Whatever, it's tax-free.
Yeah,
but
tax-free.
$50 million cash solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But it's weird that there's a franchise tag. I don't really understand. I think what the players should do, they should say, we'll let you test us for weed again if you can take the franchise tag away.
No touchdown celebrations.
No touchdown celebrations.
Yeah.
You remember that? Because like the owners in the NFL, they pretend to care about like all these different weird parts of the game, but they just do it so they can use it as a leverage chip in the negotiations. Like, do you think that Jerry Jones gave a fuck if any of his players smoked weed? I mean, he was the owner when Michael Irvin was on the Dallas Cowboys. They don't give a shit if the players smoke weed, but they pretended to care about it for like 20 years because they knew, okay, the players will give us something valuable if we take away the weed testing.
Right.
But still, players should just be like, okay, what about this? Give them the 18th game.
Yeah.
18th game,
And
no
a 19th.
franchise tag.
And a 19th.
And 19th game.
Yeah.
By the way, if you
And there
guys
should be
want
football every day.
No, it really does come down to the NFLPA. Just it's probably the weakest of like the entire professional sports. I mean, think about what the NBA is able to do with their players' union. We need football.
The NFLPA, their only leverage is to threaten a strike, but there's so many players on an NFL roster where, it's easy for a quarterback or like a highly paid pass rusher to strike, but there's so many guys that are making like, what, $500,000, $400,000
And
non-guaranteed. Non-guaranteed season to season. And they're like, well, I really need to maximize the next 4 years of my life.
Right.
So I'd like to spend one of those years playing football.
I empathize with the players because it sucks, but I also don't. I'm part of the problem because I need football.
You know what we should do?
So badly.
GoFundMe for running backs.
Okay.
But only NFL quarterbacks are allowed to contribute.
Oh,
it's on you.
Maybe Brick Watch. Maybe Brick Watch will do a small business to NFL running backs.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. We need to do something about this.
We should.
We did a GoFundMe for someone for like scoring a touchdown, hypothetically. Maybe it was a guest. It was over the football season. I'll have to look back.
I don't know, but we should just shame quarterbacks into doing a GoFundMe for the running backs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what shame is the most powerful motivator.
They should just stop blocking for the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf celebration fine.
That's right. So if he was, we
scored
dared
that
him,
week.
We dared him to do the Ole Miss lift your leg and piss dog celebration from the Egg Bowl. And if he had done that, then we were going to pay his fine, but he didn't get a touchdown that week.
Also, just a side note, fuck DK Metcalf and that interview he did where he's like, I eat one meal a week and then one meal a day, and then I have 5 bags of candy.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, dude. You shouldn't be able to look like that eating 5 bags of candy a day. That's not fair. That's not right.
I mean, he had to have been trolling.
Yeah, he's trolling. DK's a troll.
But I bet you there's some guys who just have that type of metabolism genetics.
What kind of bag of
You
candy
gotta
are we
eat
talking
so
about?
much to be that big. I feel like I wouldn't know.
Dude, Chad Ochocinco just eats McDonald's every meal.
Yeah.
Chad Ochocinco isn't fucking.
He's
still
jacked,
yoked,
he's jacked
dude.
up. Yeah,
Some guys just have it, God's gift. It's
not
not right.
I can't wait for DK to get so fat when he's like 30 years old. He's just going to be a whale.
He's not, but yeah, I
No,
can't
he
wait
will.
for that too.
He
He's
will.
going to get so
He's
mega.
going to stop running. He's like a greyhound.
He's gonna
once
mega in the
they
bad
stop
way.
racing,
Yeah.
they just want to lay on the couch, eat candy all day.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys want to get excited, it's the last week without football.
What?
The Hall of Fame game
Hall of
is
Fame
next
game.
Thursday.
Yeah, no, that Jake, I love that sentence.
Yes.
10
Yes.
days.
I don't want to know.
Jets
wait,
Browns.
10 days?
Yeah.
I don't want to bring up bad stuff.
Wait,
but
Jake, that's more than.
What? This is the last week without football.
This is the last. We're
No.
entering the last week
Yeah.
without football.
But you just said this is. Oh, I thought you said this is the last weekend without football.
No, last
No,
week.
no, this is last week.
Okay, football's back.
I just imagine Hank reading because like anyone on Twitter right now is doing the countdown, and I love them all. My friend Stucky said 7 weeks from now, right at this time, you'll be placing a wager on Sunday Night Football after like barely escaping the first week of NFL and the full slate. I read that and I get so excited. Hank reads that and he's like, it's over. Retirement is over.
Countdown
It's
to
just
work.
you just must hate that. I get so excited when 7 weeks is so doable. That's nothing.
I saw that today too, and I was on the plane. I was like, "That's nothing."
Yeah, what the fuck? You are. Gotta get some golf in.
Yeah,
There needs to be back to football shopping for guys. Back to school shopping for kids.
It really is the reverse of the dread you would get as a kid in mid-August when you'd be watching something on TV and all of a sudden, like, back to school shopping, get your, pencils and your folders. You're like, fuck.
There's definitely like a college student Sunday ticket deal, like a few weeks leading up to the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming for sure. Yeah. There's if you listen to this episode of Part of My Take, by the time it's over, you will be 2 hours closer to football.
That's facts.
That's how time works.
That's facts. Okay, what else? Anything else before Who's Back? Let's get into Who's Back. Let's get into Who's Back. Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Morgan & Morgan. We love the guys at Morgan & Morgan. We already know that Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, and we know that Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting for the people with over $15 billion recovered for their clients. And we also know that submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is free and easy. But did you know that they are the official injury law firm partner of the UFC? They're giving one lucky winner $2,000 and 2 tickets to UFC 292 to see Sterling versus O'Malley go to battle in Boston. So enter to win today. It is super easy. Just like submitting a claim with Morgan & Morgan, you just go to morganufc.com/PMT. That's morganufc.com/PMT for your chance to win $2,000 and 2 tickets to UFC 292 in Boston. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the 48 contiguous United States and D.C. who are 18 plus. Sweepstakes ends 8/4/2023. That's August 4th, 2023. For entry and official rules, visit morganufc.com/PMT. That's morganufc.com/PMT. Our guys at Morgan & Morgan, we love them. Dan Morgan, great guy.
Yep.
Great guy. morganufc.com/PMT. morganufc.com/PMT for a chance to win $2,000 and 2 tickets to UFC 292 in Boston. Hank, who's back of the week?
My Who's Back of the Week is Messi.
Yeah.
Back big time.
Mm-hmm.
Our guy.
It's my hometown team.
Jake's hometown team, Inter
cool.
Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate MLS team names.
Yeah.
Inter Miami.
Although the pink goal nets are cool.
They are. No, listen, I love the entire aesthetic of Inter Miami. I love entering Miami every time I go there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the team names are stupid when it's like Inter Miami, Real Salt Lake.
Yeah. FC Sporting KC.
Yeah. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, Messi is the GOAT.
Yeah, hit a walk-off PK.
That was
People went
sick.
nuts. Basically a PK.
It
Walk off
wasn't a
PK?
PK.
Was
Pretty
it,
much.
It was neither a walk off nor a PK.
It was a walk-off goal with basically as time expired.
In added time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, did they even line back up after? Maybe, like, just to start it?
Yeah, you have to kick off.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That poor guy who
Yeah.
was laying underneath the wall was so funny.
Oh yeah.
They had
When you set
they
up
made
a wall,
and they had a guy because everyone jumps, so there was a guy laying on the ground. So he's just laying on the ground as Messi just puts a perfect ball into the top left corner. And storybook.
that guy's job is so funny too because his entire reason for being there is just to lie down and then maybe get hit by the ball if they kick it low.
Yeah, the best case scenario is he gets hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
And he stops a goal.
Hockey guy would never do that.
Yeah, Messi though, he's the fucking best. He's the GOAT.
He is, and Beckham was there when he checked in.
Yeah,
Just all the stars were out.
Bronny,
Serena Williams.
hugging him.
I think Kim Kardashian
Kim
was next
Kardashian.
to Serena.
Kardashian.
I was
Oh, Tom Brady was probably there too, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
didn't see him there.
I actually checked his stories. He was probably with Kim K.
I know I've shouted this guy out before. We should go follow him, Trung Fan. He's on Twitter. He does great threads about just random things, business, everything sports. But I remember one that I read a few years ago about Messi that he wrote, how Messi is elite at walking. He's the greatest walker of all time because he actually would get criticized for it. And they did a whole study about it. And he spends the first 5 minutes. He's never, ever scored a goal in the first 2 minutes of a game. He spends the first 5 minutes just walking around, just basically figuring out the weak points in the defense. And a lot of times he'll be walking while everyone else is running, and his gravity, the way that the defense has to like move around to him just walking, changes the whole scope of the game.
Yeah.
He's an elite walker.
Yeah, he walks with purpose.
Yeah.
And he's very efficient. He doesn't waste energy.
Yeah. So Messi is the GOAT. That was a sick moment, even for
can I-
soccer haters like
Yep.
you, Hank.
Can I
Yeah,
nitpick?
sick.
Can I nitpick Messi real quick?
Yeah.
Can we tuck in our shirt?
No, that's his
What are we
look,
What are we
man.
doing here, Messi?
He just
It's
looks
MLS.
cool.
Try to show
It is
some.
the MLS.
He's in
Yeah, exactly. He
retirement.
should have his shirt tucked in.
You don't have to tuck in for the MLS.
No.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's like a shitty golf course.
Yeah.
To put it in Hank's terms.
I'm pretty sure they have to give those shirts back after the night so they can wash them. They only get one.
Yeah,
It's
you-
like your mom being like, "Where's your jersey?" right before the game.
Yeah.
I told you to put it in the laundry.
Yeah, they are sick uniforms. So I like the Inter Miami look.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Who's back?
Thank you.
My who's back of the week is the Houston Oilers.
Yeah.
The Houston Oilers are back. The Tennessee Titans unveiled their throwback uniforms, and you might be saying, "Wait, Tennessee? They've only had a team for what, the last 12 years, 13 years?" And you'd be right. So the throwbacks are actually the Houston Oilers uniforms, which is very disrespectful to the city of Houston.
Yep.
If I was a Houstonian,
Yep.
I would be so pissed off. You should not be allowed to wear another. If you move your team to a different city, you can take those colors. I get that, but you can never actually put on the Houston Oilers
I know.
uniform.
And they're iconic.
You're neither Houston nor Oilers.
Yes.
And they're iconic. They're great. Will Levis does look nice in the jersey, though.
Ryan Tannehill does not look tough.
Does not look tough in the jersey.
Nice
They've
guy,
worn
though.
those before, though.
Yeah, but it sucks. It sucks. There's nothing about Tennessee that's oily, except for the business.
Yeah.
It's like the Jazz, Utah Jazz.
Will Compton shits.
Yeah, very oily.
Very oily.
Taylor
Needs more
Taylor
fiber.
Lewan's hair,
Yeah.
very oily.
These uniforms are incredible, though.
They're great uniforms.
I mean, I love them.
Yeah, it's just
I love that we finally are getting back to some of these throwbacks. Like I think the Eagles are finally doing Kelly Green.
Yeah,
right?
I think the
Seahawks.
Bucks are wearing the
Patriots are doing the blue ones too. I
they're
hope
they're wearing the
blue and silver.
they're wearing the Pat the Patriots helmets.
Oh, you mean the middle ones?
I think
Not
so.
not the Pat the Patriots.
no, they are
saying.
wearing the Pat the Patriots.
But
one.
he's talking about the other, like the
Like the '90s.
Oh yeah, yeah.
right.
That was
The
interesting.
Scott Zolak era.
The old jerseys, like I don't know what it was, but something happened in the last 10 years where they've just dulled every jersey and made, because they all kind of look the same. And if you go back, even the Bucks, all these jerseys just popped so much more. They were so unique and cool.
They are going to wear the creamsicles this
Yeah,
year,
I know.
too, which
That-
is going to be awesome.
I want all of it. I
It's-
want all these. That should be, the Bucks should always wear their creamsicles. The Eagles should always wear Kelly Green. The Texans should get the Oilers. The Seahawks throwbacks are awesome.
yeah, the C word should wear the
Colts
powder
New
blues
jerseys
every
are
single
sick.
day.
The Colts tried. They tried. The Falcons should be always
All
wearing
black.
the Deion Sanders.
You guys
Yep.
are Colts fans, though.
We are
Yeah,
Colts
no, they
fans.
tried. I said they
Yeah.
tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the nicest way to put whatever the fuck those jerseys
Hang
are.
the banner up. We tried to
Yeah.
redesign our logo.
And we failed.
We failed.
But we
miserably.
tried.
But yeah, I love throwbacks of any sort.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel for Houston on this one because it's just like kicking dirt in their face. The only way that the Titans should be allowed to wear these, it's like wear it to my face.
Yeah.
They should have to wear those in Houston playing against the Texans.
They should be
the
a jersey match.
The Texans get the chance to whoop their ass wearing those jerseys and then reclaim those
Yeah,
jerseys.
it should be a retirement match.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way.
I do love throwbacks for anything though.
It's also crazy that we're getting into the throwbacks that I remember vividly people hating when they were real. Like the Pistons have worn their late 90s.
The one with the horse on it, the Grant
Yep.
Hill. Yeah.
The Grizzlies, people thought the Grizzlies jerseys were weird when they first came out, the
Yeah.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Now you look back and you're like, oh, those actually are sick.
Yeah, think about the ugliest styles that are out right now. In 20 years, your kids are going to be wearing those and they're going to think they look awesome.
Yeah. But at least they took chances in these throwbacks. I would love to see the evolution of the jerseys and the logos, because it does feel like every jersey became kind of the same variation of like matte colored and just almost uniform across the board, where they all kind of look the same. These ones are just these throwbacks all are so unique and awesome.
You know what it was? In the late 90s, the world thought that it was in the future already.
Right.
We thought, oh, it's the year 2000. We're basically aliens that have mastered all forms of technology.
Yes.
We're gonna make these crazy ass designs, like the Pistons logo, like the Wizards when they unveiled that weird angular wizard that looked like, I don't know, like a hologram of a pedophile from Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Those things were at the time like, whoa, this is space age as fuck. Look how cool our technology is. And then by the time the mid 2000s rolled around, we're like, our technology is actually way better than it was back then, and those look like dog shit. So we're just going to dial it back. So the jerseys we have now were a byproduct of like the late 2000s, which were a reaction to the jerseys of the late 90s.
Right.
Maybe it'll swing the other way soon. But right now we're still kind of stuck in that let's be really conservative with our redesigns.
Yeah, I want some crazy shit. I want some cool colors. Okay, my who's back. I have two. One is Aaron Rodgers, who looks great. I don't know if you guys saw, but
their jerseys stink too.
They do.
Is his helmet? Has his head gotten bigger, or did his helmet get smaller?
Well, here's the thing. He did,
because his chin is like poking out the bottom of it. It looks like it's a target.
Now I'm an Aaron Rodgers defender. Now I flipped, but we also have to remember the man lived in the state of Wisconsin for 20 years, and then he moved. He's going to lose a little weight. That's just a fact. He's going to lose a little bit of weight. So he lost a little bit of weight, but I think he looks great. People are saying he looks too skinny. I think he looks just perfect, just the way he is.
Because it felt like for a while in Green Bay, his helmet was getting bigger every season. He was probably doing it as like a joke or a troll that only he understood.
Hilarious, by the way, now that I'm looking back.
He'd like
obviously
increase it by a quarter inch every single year until it got the size of basically a NASA helmet. And now it looks like it's a kid's helmet.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those helmets that you get to eat ice cream out of at Baskin Robbins.
He looks fresh and ready to go.
His
you should
eyes.
be worried about him, Hank.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
Speaking of who's back in our bet, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, you should be worried about him.
Oh, that 5-yard throw.
Yeah. Did you see it? Big Cat, did you really watch it, though?
Yeah.
So Deshaun Watson at Browns training camp walked to the sidelines, casually as can be, fired an absolute missile into the practice throwing net, hit the center target like butter. One of the best 5-yard throws you'll ever see in your life.
It might have been 5 feet.
And
It was up to 5 yards long. Yeah. The caption making it look easy. Yeah,
I hope they were trolling, because that's funny. If they were, I don't think they were.
He did make it look easy.
Yeah, he
did.
made it look very easy. My other who's back is bunk beds. So I moved into my new house today. My son has a bunk bed, and I did not realize bunk bed technology has gotten insane. He has bunk beds with like a legit staircase on the side of it. Hank, it's fucking crazy. I saw this thing and I got jealous of something that my 4-year-old has that I bought with my own money. And I was like, fuck you, dude. I want this bunk bed. Look at this shit. I found it online. Look at that. He just walks up the stairs. It
looks like an
and of course, he was just flaunting in my face, just walking back. He was like, look at me. I can go up and down the stairs. Right in my face. Stella was going up and down the stairs. I was just like, fuck this.
It used to be a ladder, right?
It used to be like you basically, if one of your friends had bunk beds, you were going to get hurt. And at no point was it going to be a safe thing, because you'd wrestle and then you push each other off the bunk bed and all that shit.
I dare you to jump off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it was
The
always
ladder could come attached and hit someone in the head.
The thin little ladder. You miss a rung when you're walking down, when you're getting when you're a little hazy in the morning. Bunk beds used to be dangerous. Now they just fucking rock, and it's a queen bed underneath.
That's sick.
How's that?
That's
And then someone showed me because I tweeted this and people were replying and they were talking about like what they bought for their kids. There's bunk beds with slides, legitimate slides.
That to me is too far.
I want one.
But
I want one.
It's softening our kids, the future generation. When we were kids, your parents would buy you a bunk bed or a trampoline because they wanted you to get hurt.
Yeah, we actually were driving and he saw his first trampoline. He's like, I want that. I was like, fucking never.
We should actually get it. We should get a trampoline for the office.
Yeah, we should.
Ooh,
He
trampoline
can get hurt
basketball?
on that, and we can sue.
slam balls back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sue Barstool. But yeah, bunk beds. I'm not one of those, oh man, back in our day, it was so much harder. This is pussy shit. I want this bunk bed. I I think I might buy it for myself and just not even put it in my bedroom. Maybe like backyard. Maybe we'll just put it in the office.
Is your bed upstairs in your house?
Yeah.
So you kind of have a bunk bed. With a giant set of stairs that goes
not
up
as
there.
cool as his, dude. He's got everything I want and more.
I kind of want a race car bed. Those things
I
still
used to
kick
have
ass.
I'm sure they're
Yeah.
PFT. I'm sure
like an
they-
IndyCar bed. I bet you somebody
they're
has
awesome now.
Somebody has an
flight
F1
sim
bed.
bed.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if I could sleep all night in an F-18A Hornet, oh my god!
I bet you they've made them.
That would be so cool.
If bunk beds now have stairs, they've definitely made them incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, bunk beds are back. I had no idea. I guess someone replied and said that this has been the way for 15 years now. So because obviously we're getting up there in age, so we skipped this whole thing. So it might have been something we just never knew about until this very moment. But bunk beds rock.
Yeah. It
They
does.
rock.
It does look fun too.
It looks so
Yeah.
fun. It's just too easy for him to get down though. Like I do kind of want. Yeah, we'll see. All right, maybe I'll put like Kevin McAllister, like put some nails on it or something for him.
Vaseline on the stairs.
The nice thing about the bunk bed was your kids were almost like trapped in bed, so they weren't going to get up in the middle of the night to come wake you up.
No,
Now, not anymore.
no.
Yeah.
When he was going to bed tonight, I was laying in the queen bed underneath him, and he did walk down the stairs like 5 times and thank me for the bunk bed. So at least he's appreciative. But I was also like, go to bed, dude. You like this is way too easy for you to be like. He just kept on coming down. He's like, I love my new bed. I love it. Fucking go to bed. So yeah, bunk beds back in a big way. Jake.
My who's back is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt football was picked to win the SEC by 5 different media members.
No.
What?
Yep.
Did they all go to SEC?
I don't know,
Or did
but
they
they're
go to
tied for
Vanderbilt?
4th in terms of first place votes.
When we were there for tight end U, one of their coaches was like, things are turning around. So,
Yeah.
and I bought it.
I did buy it. They said, yeah, we're pumping money in the program. Their coach, I think, just signed a long-term deal. So they're
What?
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds
that-
like
I'm
Vanderbilt's
sure he'll
committing
stay.
to it. Word on the street is Vanderbilt might be embracing the downfield lateral.
Yeah.
That's word on the street. These guys probably heard about that.
Can I short this stock? What can we do here?
I don't know. Just 5 people believe they're going to win the SEC.
The SEC or the
Yes.
SEC East?
8 had them winning the SEC East.
8?
5
Because the SEC
is
East
Georgia.
has Georgia, but it doesn't have Alabama and LSU. So like
Right.
you could be like, oh, if Georgia has a catastrophic thing happen where they just can't play football,
We are Marshall.
maybe
There's
you
also,
could
like-
beat Florida.
There's also like 500 votes. So
yeah.
maybe
Oh,
Okay.
all
There we
right,
go.
all
Because
right.
I'm
But
looking.
still,
I'm looking
but
at the
still.
odds right now. Vanderbilt is plus 50,000 to win the SEC. Georgia's minus 110. That's insane that Georgia is minus 110
Crazy.
to win the SEC championship. That's nuts.
Fucking Vandy.
Yeah, so Vanderbilt, look out for them because 5 people think they're going to win it. Also, other who's back. Yes, I'm going to plug it. The Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah.
Huge week on Barstool.tv. We're going to be live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 3:30 to 6:30 Eastern, 2:30 local time. It's here in Chicago. It's going to be so much fun. The tee time should be released either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it's going to be awesome.
Do you have any calls prepared?
Not yet, no.
Are you gonna whisper?
Yeah.
Ugh.
No?
Jake just
Wait, you were too excited with the whispering. I
Yeah.
need like a very hushed.
I will say-
you did nail as bad as your call was for the Hank winning the lottery ball, which made
and
me want
the 100th number.
which made me want to be
I know.
deaf and have one of your ADA apartments.
Yep.
Your call for the PLL was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, you did a great job.
Thank you.
I think I don't like the calls when it's just anything that celebrates Hank
That's fair.
is what
That's
makes
fair.
me upset.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I have to be
No,
neutral.
that's I'm being.
It was an
I'm
exciting
being
moment.
This is a vulnerable moment for me, Hank. I'm admitting that I have this issue.
Am I allowed to go to the work event?
Yeah,
You guys will
you're
all
not
be there
competing
this
in it?
week.
I thought you were trying to get your tour card.
Are you gonna play the course just to get a feel for it for the
I might.
broadcast?
I'm
Hank is
looking
going to
to
be
do
the
that.
dudes on the beach doing some practice. Yeah, no, you're gonna. I know you're.
It's
gonna,
a work event
Yeah,
again.
no,
Like I don't want to.
but
I don't want to ruffle any
Hank,
feathers
Hank,
here.
Hank, I fully expect
I'll take the day off.
Find
of
a way
golfing to go to the work thing.
I fully expect you to find a way to be in this tournament. I don't know how you're not.
There's still there's still time.
Yeah, there's still
Yes.
absolutely time. Okay.
There's a qualifier tomorrow.
Seriously?
Are you
Why aren't
gonna
you
play in
playing?
I'm not.
Come on.
Rappaport is though.
Really?
Yeah.
So he could actually play in this tournament? What do you like? How good are the guys playing in the qualifier?
probably a lot better than Rappaport.
Why aren't you playing
Let's
in
just
the
say the
qualifier?
winner of this tournament last year over 4 days was 22 under par.
Okay. Hey, you can do this.
Was it broadcast?
I don't know. I know they go live for the 72nd hole. I was watching that today.
Okay,
There's
so
a set
It
of
was cool
twins in the
showing.
top.
They showed the upcoming schedule at the end of the
Golf Channel, I
British
think.
Open, and it
Yeah.
had like
Barstool's
FedEx
logo.
on.
Is Blocky
going to
be in this one?
No.
I don't think so. No.
If I was on the Corn Ferry Tour, I would cheat so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
they
would
can do that.
Why not? If
It's legit. It's a real.
I know, but if there's no cameras on you for each shot,
Right.
like we're talking
it's-
a couple $100,000.
It's the guy next to you because you keep the scorecard of the person you're playing with.
Yeah, I would still
you'd have to
cheat.
figure
I
out
would
how
find
to do
ways to
that.
cheat.
yeah. But there's a lot on the line here. The top 30 guys end of the season get their PGA Tour cards, so it's coming down the stretch.
I want you to get your PGA Tour card.
500 points for the winner. You shoot up the standings.
You would forget our names so fast. Like, I worked with these guys for a while.
No, I just have you wearing all MegaCorp stuff.
Hey, I would, if you got sponsored by MegaCorp, all would be forgiven. Okay, let's get to our great interview with Joe Buck. PFT, who we got before Joe Buck?
Yeah, before we get to Joe Buck, he's brought to you by maybe my favorite thing in the world. I've got a lot of favorite things. It's been a great summer, but I do think that my absolute top number one thing is Coors Light. That's right, Coors Light is the perfect cold refreshment when you're watching the Leagues Cup 2023. With the Leagues Cup in full swing, you might be feeling a bit of anxiety. It's that surge of emotion that you get when watching a big game, when you almost can't watch but can't look away. But luckily, Coors Light has something for your fanxiety. It's the ultimate soccer scarf with cooling technology to keep you chill during the most intense matchups with a built-in neck massager and 2 pockets for beer. It's the perfect accessory for the official beer of the Leagues Cup. That's got to be a great look. Rocking a scarf with 2 beers hanging from each side. It's the scarf that's created to keep your anxiety at bay, made with cooling technology, a built-in neck massager, 2 beer pockets. Keep your Coors Light on hand. From July 28th to August 2nd, only 22 scarves will be available per day, so don't wait. Go to the Coors Light shop and purchase today. Snag a chill anxiety scarf. Brought to you by Coors Light, the official beer of Leagues Cup 2023, available for a limited time. And while supplies last, you can go to www.CoorsLight.com/scarf to purchase. That's www.CoorsLight.com/scarf. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And now, here's Joe Buck.
Okay, we now welcome on one of our favorite recurring guests. It has been far too long. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Buck. Joe, great to see you. Thank you for wearing the Stella Blue Coffee hat. We haven't talked to you in forever. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, we need to have Joe Buck back on because for people who don't know, well, no one would know this. We actually were going to have you on in the football season, and it was going to be the Monday before the Bengals and Bills played. And we know how that went, so it was good that we didn't have you on. You remember that?
Yeah. No, I just actually got back from Tahoe and that celebrity golf tournament thing and the American Century, which is a blast, I need to say, first and foremost. But I had many people in the gallery, at least 4% of the 11 people that followed me were like, You've got it. When are you going back on? When are you going back on? So here we are. And yeah, I do remember that game all too well, and very thankful for the way that things have turned out for Mr. Damar Hamlin. I've gotten to know him a little bit since then, and he is a wonderful young guy, and can't believe he's going at it again. But who am I to tell anybody what they can or can't do? So good for him.
Yeah. In that moment, it was me and Big Cat talked about it the day after the incident, and it felt like America was looking at somebody to be mad about because we were so shocked at what we saw take place on the field. So everyone went on Twitter and tried to find who the villain was going to be. Skip Bayless had some interesting things to say at the time, so we kind of went after him. I thought you did a good job in that situation. It was a very, very tough situation. You were walking a tightrope where you're just reacting honestly to what you saw, but not making any missteps. Like, you handled that as perfectly as you could in such a bad situation. So as much as we like to bust your balls, Joe, I do think you did a good job.
That's clip that, please, and let me get a copy of that. I do. you're right. The way you said it is you have to not make any missteps. And I think the one thing that I'm really proud of everybody that was involved that night was the restraint of not speculating, of not guessing, of not, there was no information. And when there's no information and the red light is on and you know that you're supposed to be saying something, it's a bit unnerving to not have anything to go on other than what everybody else saw. I had no information that people watching on television didn't have. You see them working on him, you see the ambulance leave. We eventually knew where he headed and where he ended up. But other than that, I mean, you just keep repeating yourself and you realize at that moment how small sports are. And, not to be corny about it, but the job that those medical people did down on that field was like landing a plane on the Hudson. They were absolutely perfect in front of a full stadium of people, a national audience, saving somebody's life. And I can't imagine the pressure. But I think the pressure may go out the window when you're just doing your job and you're reacting in the moment. It's no different than, I would imagine, calling a Super Bowl or playing in a Super Bowl or whatever it might be. Once it's time to go, you go and you don't think about, what else is around you.
Yeah. And you didn't do the thing that we love, which is when announcers go, I don't want to speculate, and then they proceed to speculate after that point.
Exactly.
It's a nice,
easy
way to do it.
I was aware of, of what had transpired on the field because they made that kind of player shield around Damar. And I think wisely our cameras all pulled back. So the only thing we could see is what we could see from the booth with our eyes, not because of any cameras. And you could see over the players and them feverishly trying to revive him. And then as my phone is just blowing up with my daughter's texting me, my wife, friends I haven't heard from in forever, people that are like, you start realizing, oh my God, there are people hanging on every moment of this situation. And, again, to know where we are, I mean, even to know where we were 4 days after that, but now where we are, where he's about to head to camp, is pretty remarkable.
It really is. It really is. And I don't want to spend this entire interview sucking your dick, but I do have another moment that I would like to point out.
Only on this show.
I said, yeah.
Only on this show.
We're going to suck your dick for a little bit, Joe, okay? Yeah. All right, so take down your pants. The first week, Monday Night Football, I said this while we were taping afterwards, the Broncos playing the Seahawks, and I said your call of that game, the beginning of the game, where you had the sense to let the crowd just speak. I don't think you said a word from the time Russell Wilson walked on the field till after the first play transpired, and letting the moment speak for itself. I'm curious, do you think that's something that, 20 years ago you would have had the wherewithal to be like, hey, this is not my moment. This is what the fans want to hear this? Because I thought it was exceptional and that's not just saying because you weren't speaking, and that's always nice when you're not speaking.
True.
But do you think that that's something you learned over time? Because I thought it was an unbelievable call by you.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that comes with experience, not to act like the old sage on this stuff, because everybody's got their own take on the way they do things. So I don't know that I always make that right decision. I do remember in '99 at the All-Star game at Fenway when Ted Williams came out from behind the gate and was being, driven around the warning track and took his cap. I guess he was famous for not really tipping his cap, and it's the end of his life, and it's the big moment for Ted Williams and multiple generations, some who'd never even maybe heard of Ted Williams and others who may have seen him play are there at Fenway, and he sticks his straight arm out with his cap like, I am emphatically tipping my cap to you, the fans. I remember our producer, Mike Weissman, telling me in my ear when we had come back from commercial, we're back. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't get anything out. I think at that point I'm thinking of my own life and growing up in the game, and my dad was getting on in years and the beauty of this moment. And I couldn't choke. I was crying in had tears in my eyes, and I was like, what am I going to say that's better than what we're seeing? And all I'm going to do is cut out the crowd. So why would you do that? And I think, so there have been times in my career, and that's 20 plus years ago, there are times in my career where you realize, unless you're just ego-filled and a moron or insecure, because you feel like if you don't talk, everybody's at home going, this guy doesn't know what to say. He stinks. And so I think there have been times where you realize silence is the most powerful tool you have to let the natural sounds come over a television, which, I think I've been pretty respectful of over the years with baseball and football. But that was one of those, just like, all this hype of Aikman and Buck are going to ESPN and, oh, who cares? And, oh, it's going to change Monday Night Football. No, it's not. It's the same. And then the first thing you do is you don't talk.
Yeah.
That was kind of the weird thing bouncing through my big brain.
But it was incredible.
Big head, small brain. Go ahead.
It is really like the next level, the transcendent, announcers knowing when to push, knowing when to pull back. Because hearing the crowd is so great when you're trying to consume a game on TV and feeling like you're there. And I did in that moment, hearing the Seattle fans give it to Russell Wilson was exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's not just the loud noises that a crowd makes. I think sometimes crowds can say all they want to say with silence. I can't tell you how many times a World Series would end and you're going, man, if this was just happening at home. But you get a road team winning a World Series in a 4-game sweep, and then it's just dead silence. But the beauty of that is if you don't talk after you say fill in the blank. The Chicago White Sox are world champions. Now you can hear the natural sound on those cameras with the microphones that are on the cameras that are going right into the celebration on the field. And you can hear those guys acting like little kids, like they just won a Little League World Series. That to me is just as powerful as a crowd either booing or going crazy because of some awesome moment.
Yeah. And knowing when to shut up is something that AI will never take over from a play-by-play announcer. The robot would never shut up. So
that's true.
I'm anti-AI when it comes to that sort of thing.
Good way to take a stand. Me too.
Yeah, I
like to work.
You mentioned Monday Night Football, year 2. How long have you and Scott Van Pelt hated each other?
That was the dumbest thing. It's so funny. It's just Van Pelt's like the only guy I knew at ESPN before I came there. We'd been at parties together. We'd had fun. We would text over the years. He would text me stuff during golf. I'd text him stuff that I saw on his show. And so now I always look forward to the after the game little catch up with Scott because he's funny and smart. And so whatever I don't even know where we were. I think we were in Indianapolis maybe. And he asked me a question, then Troy a question, Troy another question. And I said something like being a smart ass, like, what, am I only getting one question or whatever? And he gave it back to me. And the fact that became a thing is so funny to both of us that we came really close the next week to just blowing it up and making it absurd, like some awful feud. I love Scott. So that whole thing was absolute. That I see it on Instagram.
Yeah.
When it would come through my feed, like, oh, this is a war I want to watch. Scott Van Pelt against Joe Biden. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody cares. It's junk.
Yeah. It's also just what we do on the internet is just make any little moment the biggest moment. I was actually sitting there conflicted because I was like, I love both these guys. What the hell?
I took Scott's side.
Yeah.
You're on Scott's side? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're doing Troy Aikman, Joe, nobody wants to hear your thoughts about football.
Yeah, push come to shove, it's Scott's side, just so you know.
I get it. That was me. That was really my insecurity. You're right. It's Aikman, and he's going to break it down. Most of the time, I honestly feel like I shouldn't even be there. Like, I'm willing to wait. It's not like I need to get out of the booth 5 minutes earlier. I'm willing to wait. Let Troy further analyze the game. Well, you don't need to hear from me, but whatever. It's that stuff's fun to me, and I like. It just proves, as if Brockmire didn't, how great of an actor I am.
Yeah, you are a great actor. So Monday Night Football, is it way better in terms of lifestyle. I would imagine you get to watch all the games on Sunday now. You're not sitting there while the whole slate is going on prepping for a game. Is it that much better? I would imagine.
It is. I mean, I like being the standalone game, whether it was Thursday night, which we were doing at Fox, or Monday night, and I missed so much on Sunday when I was getting ready for a late afternoon game or an early afternoon game, because you can't watch all that stuff. And so now I'll we would get to the city, watch in a viewing room the different games that were going on, watch Red Zone, whatever the version of that's going to be this year coming up. I don't know. But yeah, getting a feel for what's happening in the league on Sunday, and then being either the last word of that previous week on Monday night or the first word on what's to come the rest of that week is fun. It should lead, and I think we'll be better this year, it should lead to more kind of 30,000 foot NFL views about what's happening in the league, more than just, hey, 2nd down and 4, here's another 2-yard run. I think there's time in there to actually do some stuff that is a little bit bigger picture.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Joe, but earlier when you said the Chicago White Sox are World Series champions, when you say something like that, for like a split second in my dumb brain, I believe that the Chicago White Sox are now World Series champions, because it's coming from your voice and it sounds official. Can you just say the Washington Commanders have won the Super Bowl, just so I can hear that?
The Washington Commanders have won the Super Bowl.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's as close as I'll get.
Yeah. How about Justin Fields really is an MVP caliber quarterback?
And with that performance, Justin Fields has solidified himself as the NFL's most valuable player.
Oh, I love it.
Now can you say, and coming into this game, the big story is obviously the Patriots have fired Bill Belichick.
And coming into this, no, I can't.
I want to go back to something you were talking about, the MLB All-Star Game. This is what, the first summer that we don't get to hear any Joe Buck or maybe last summer as well?
Well, it's my second year out of baseball. It is stunning to me how when you get out of something it's been in my life as literally as long as I can remember. I grew up in the back of the Cardinals broadcast booth with my dad doing the games, and I did it professionally for 35 years, and I did it nationally for 20 plus years. To have it be out of my life and watch as a fan, but not get into the weeds on baseball, to see the players come up in the All-Star game this past, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I was like, oh my God, I don't recognize half of these players. I don't know who any of them are. And I haven't been out that long. It's amazing how when you get off the train, it leaves you and you're standing at the station and it's gone and nobody cares and the game moves on. And that it's a weird lesson to learn that way, but it's the truth. It's passed me by. I'm off the carousel here.
But people want you back on baseball. So are you saying that you're not going to do baseball anymore?
Well, I've done interviews where, and I don't know who those people are. They want me back on baseball, and I sure as hell don't know where they were when I was doing baseball. But now proves the old adage: you either have to die or retire for people to go, oh, that guy was okay. That guy was. But the national baseball stuff, I don't see how that ever comes around again. Like I said, you're gone, you're done. It's beyond. I think doing, and I got, this got headlines, clickbait crap in the New York Post. And when I said, maybe someday if I did a handful of games for the Cardinals, or if we're living in Denver and the Rockies, somebody was on a vacation and they said, hey, will you come do, it might be fun. But I watch games now and I see umpires just, as I'm watching on television, making signals and pointing at their watch and all the stuff with the timing violation. I don't even know. This was my life, and I don't even know what the hell they're signaling with whatever they're doing. So I would have to do a lot of work to get back in the booth and call a baseball game. If somebody said, "Hey, do 2 innings," I could do 2 innings, but I don't see it anytime soon. Yes, PFT, go.
It's interesting they said 2 innings because for a fantasy baseball league, our punishment is that we're going to have to get 2 innings worth of outs against maybe Northwestern's baseball team. One of us pitching.
Yeah.
And the rest of us in the
I
field
would
on
do
defense.
that.
Yeah, so you might have to. We'll send you the footage, and you might have to announce it.
No, I'll do that. I feel
Okay,
I
done.
will ask. I'll beg for permission. When I was at Fox, it was like anybody came along, they wanted me to do something. Now I've been at ESPN for so short a time that I wouldn't want some sort of contractual violation to end my time.
Well, Scott would do it for us. No questions asked.
Yeah, we'll just get Scott. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll do Scott. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
point.
I think he'd be better for that. Yeah, good point.
Wait, you actually should do a baseball game and just pretend that you like didn't realize all the rules changed, and be like, "What the fuck is this clock going on? Like, what? Why are they going so fast?"
Boy, this game's got such a better pay. He's really working in a hurry.
Yeah, they got this
Yeah,
clock.
boy, that base seems bigger than it used to from up here. What is it? An inch bigger? Huh?
People
What a
would like
change
that.
Yeah,
Things
I like
have been
that.
an inch bigger.
You like the big bases too. I love the big bases.
It's unbelievable. Like I thought when they're going to make the bases bigger, like they were going to be circus bases, like clown shoes or something, like these massive things that you could slide into. I guess that's a big change. I
people
haven't
were
put my
clamoring
brain
for
to
it.
that.
Yeah,
we all wanted a bigger base, and then
need the big base.
you can always make the bases bigger too. You can't make them smaller.
That's true. The fans have spoken, and they have been given bigger bases.
Although tiny bases would be funny.
Yes,
Super tiny bases, like teacups.
I like that idea. First baseman stomping around trying to find it. The runners can't. Yeah, there's some value to that.
Did you watch the home run derby?
I watched some, not all.
We've been trying to fix the home run derby because it feels like maybe it's nostalgia because anything that you grow up watching, you kind of want to recapture that moment in your youth when you're watching the same product later. And, they tweak the rules a little bit. It's different from when we used to watch it. We think that it used to be better when you could just observe a home run and watch it land and then on to the next one. But
I agree. I feel like the rapid fire, and maybe it's because I'm now old, but it's like, it's hard to piece together how many home runs the guys actually got because they're flying over and one hits the wall and you don't know which ball that hit the wall is connected to which swing that I just saw. Like it's bang, 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 bang. So slowing it down or doing some sort of change where you get X number of pitches so you can actually follow the ball and know how many home runs the guy hit. That seems like a better use, and it wouldn't wear these guys out as much as just how many can you hit in 3 minutes. These guys are just dragging by the end of that thing.
Yeah, yeah. Have you figured out which team you're going to hate this year in the NFL? Is it like every year? Yeah, does it change? Are you like, I'm feeling like this year?
I usually work my way through the divisions, and I start east because we all travel west. So I've already gotten all those.
Okay.
I add the South in there, so I'll go west. Yeah, I think. Well, we don't have an Atlanta game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's throw them on there.
That seems like piling on, though. Haven't they dealt with enough?
Haven't they suffered enough?
Have you thought about like zagging on everyone and being like, Patrick Mahomes isn't that good?
No.
Some people call him check down Patty.
Check down Patty. His the distance of air yards traveled for every touchdown they threw last year, career low.
I think you could.
Thing? So let's get rid of him because he's checking it down. He just wins, and they win the Super Bowl.
Quarterbacks are the new running backs.
They could have won the last 4 somehow, but okay.
Find a new one.
He's the one guy you could do it for because everyone would be like, he's obviously doing a bit because he's that good. So you just be like, yeah, that wasn't that impressive.
No, that's true. And I feel like Patrick, who might be the nicest superstar athlete of anybody I've ever met, might handle it okay. I think some guys might get a little ticked off or perturbed, but not him. No.
Has that happened to you before? Has any player ever been like, hey, you're too hard on me?
Let's say there's a certain family in the NFL. They've had multiple generations and multiple multiple players in the same position in the same generation that might have thought I was too harsh on a member of the family.
The Greasy's really complained.
It was all about Brian. Man,
it's the Boses or maybe the Longs. Probably Chris Long's a dick. He probably hates you.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, what a bad guy. Yeah. Now see that'll be like, I don't know. That's the scary thing about doing podcast is when you get now it's like ding. Okay, Joe Buck doesn't like Chris Long. Joe Buck loves Chris Long. So you feel like it's the Van Pelt thing. You mess around and you have fun with somebody. But yeah, the Manning family does not always thought that I and we were too harsh on Eli.
Well, this podcast gets a different treatment where even if someone says something serious, they're like, oh, they're fucking around. They wouldn't actually be serious ever. So
Except
you can say
that
whatever.
I saw a headline that Greg Olson is worried about drawing quote unquote
penises.
dongs.
Yeah,
penises.
penises.
But you
don't
don't
have
have
to say
to-
penis. You can say penis.
You don't have to worry about drawing penises. They don't give you the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't. It'd be a verbal. A verbal dong.
Wait, so Eli Manning, they actually were like, hey, you're too hard on the Mannings, or just Eli?
I mentioned this when I was a guest on the Manning cast, and I said it's going to be my objective, Eli, to make you like me before I hang up this Zoom call on the Manning cast. We're all good now, and I'm good with Peyton. But back in the day, I remember watching, I got home from a Sunday game, and I turned it on, and Costas was interviewing Peyton Manning. And I think the question was, what's it like with a younger brother in the NFL? And Peyton said, well, it's not fun hearing Joe Buck say something harsh about your brother Eli. I was like, man, that doesn't feel like that was too coincidental but time goes on, and I think, for those guys, and Peyton's become a really good friend, and Eli, I think, can tolerate me to a certain degree, maybe not all the way. But I actually made it a point, not to go too deep into this because it's not really that interesting, but back when the Super Bowl was, I think, last in New Orleans, it was the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl. The Pat Summerall Award was going to the Mannings, and I think it was going to Archie Manning, but maybe all the Mannings. And I was there in the city because I was stalking my now wife at the time, trying to make her love me. I went and made it a point at the hotel when they were honoring Archie and Peyton and Eli. I went to the event, and I went to Olivia Manning, and I said, Archie's wife, I said, look, I have the sense, or I've heard that you think I'm unfair, and I just want you to know it's never personal, and I'm a parent myself, and I would be the same damn way if I thought anybody was picking on my kid. And I just want you to know that's not how I feel. I'm sorry that you feel that way. And then it was like the pressure and the tension was over, and it was hugs, and everything was good.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what it was you said that first drew their attention? Like,
honest to God, that's the thing. I mean, there have been times where I've thought, that might have been a little bit too far. Not with Eli, but with other athletes that I've covered over the years. Sometimes it was more kind of local baseball stuff. I remember being with my dad one time, and Milt Thompson was a Cardinal outfielder, and he made a throw from left field, and my dad said, and I was sitting next to him when he said it on the air. He said, well, if you're not going to throw a runner out from left field from that close in, you're never going to throw out a runner. And the next day, Milt kind of let my dad have it. And that, you realize that these are people and they have feelings, and it's a good reminder every once in a while to just kind of check yourself because, I would probably react the exact same way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to Monday Night Football. I don't know if you get excited like we do, but just looking through the schedule and thinking about where I'm going to be on that date, on that Monday, I'm going to be on my couch watching you on TV. I get excited. About that. Do you have any games that are circled on the calendar this year where you're already like, man, I can't wait to be there?
I mean, the way we start is pretty crazy to think that we've got Aaron Rodgers' debut in New York, 9/11, Jets hosting the Bills, and potentially Damar Hamlin's return and Josh Allen. And there are so many storylines in that game. At some point, you got to cover the game, but you could go in. I mean, you could fill 3 hours with the different storylines that are happening. And then we've got the Super Bowl rematch of Kansas City, Philly, week 11 in November. So I think those are the two that stand out, but there are a lot of really good games. I'm interested to see how good Green Bay is. I think that's the one, like the Jordan Love story is something that I can't wait to watch unfold, because I was there for his start at Kansas City and that didn't go well. And then I was watching on, I guess it was a Sunday night when he came in and played really well in mop-up duty. And I think it's such an unknown, but they seem to be so in his corner and such believers that I want to see it play out. I want to see the passing of the torch to the next guy in Green Bay. And, I'm hopeful that he's the guy.
Yeah, he's gonna stink. So I gotta warn you, Joe. I'm moving into a new house soon, and I have a bigger TV. So I am going to make the greatest big head Joe Buck pictures I've ever made.
When I got your coffee, I realize it's a pixel thing as much as it's anything, because I tried to put my phone camera above the label on the coffee of your head, and it just doesn't work. So wait, let me see.
I got you. I'm gonna get you great this year. Nope. You already made a mistake. I can already see what you've made a mistake on.
How?
You gotta go. Are you going sideways?
No.
And the zoom out. The sideways and zoom out is the way you get it. Yeah, there you go.
Good.
Hold on, I'll get closer.
Yeah, would you please? Thank
All right,
you.
Big Cat's getting into the
this is
camera
really
right now.
compelling podcast.
I'll do play-by-play.
Audio.
And Big Cat's getting into the camera right now. Joe Buck's got his iPhone out horizontally. The zoom out feature is locked on. Joe's weird, skinny, wrinkly fingers just took a picture of Big Cat, and it's going to turn out real well, I think.
One word for you there, Big Cat: Botox.
Oh, I know. I think
you may want to tighten that up front. It's you got a nice tan going. Have you spent some time out of doors lately, or is that spray?
It's a little tan. No, it's mostly with 3 kids now. I take 2 of them out all day to try to just get the clock going.
What do you do with the other one?
The other one stays home with mom, and then I just go to the playground and everything. Just try to run the clock. It's just trying to get to bedtime every day.
Do they know you're you on the playground? Do you have the other dads coming up to you the way I have dads coming up to me when they go, "Oh, are you here with your grandsons?" I'm like, "No, these are my children." Do they want to get your hot take on some piece of sports information?
No, it's my son thinks that I have like a million friends, which is pretty cool. But every person who comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, is that your friend from work? Is that your friend from work?" I'm like, "Yeah, kinda." And then he'll eventually grow up and be like, "Wait, that's what you do?" So at least you have a better chance with your kids.
My Blake, one of my twins, always goes, "Daddy,
why
didn't
Blake
you
of
want
the year? He might be a Blake of the year. We have a Blake of the year every year, so we might have to get him into the competition."
Please do.
Okay.
He's willing to accept awards. He just says, "Daddy, why did that man want to take a picture with you?" And so I've just spread it around. Your dad's a heavyweight champ of the world.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Your dad is one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Yeah.
And just different things. I just won the Super Bowl.
You got a little time.
I got a little time before he knows I'm full of shit.
Yeah, but I do probably need Botox. I'm just so scared of any surgery because of your cautionary tale. So
that's fair. The only time I have had Botox, by the way, was in the back of my head to relieve migraines. Any surgery on my head.
Oh, sure, buddy. Sure, that's like
I swear
the nose job. The nose job because you can't breathe right. Yeah. Okay.
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 Of all the things that
Migraines.
I've admitted to having, 10 hair transplant surgery. You think I'm scared of admitting if I had Botox?
Well, you have.
I have not.
In the back of
You
your
just said
head.
You had.
In the back of my head for migraines, but nobody's taking
I rest
shots
my
in the
case.
back of my head.
Joe, who's looking at you? Who's looking at the back of your head?
What the hell, Joe? Trying to make it look real nice.
Well done.
Hey, Joe, I don't have any kids, but do you want to ask me any questions about raising children?
Yeah, just general sweeps of like what your philosophy is gonna be when that.
No, I was just doing my Joe Buck impression on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I know, but I want to actually ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's my general philosophy? Well,
It's like live and let live.
I guess the kids kind of raise themselves these days. How hard could it be?
It's like
I
it's like
raised
planes.
a dog.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get another dog. So essentially, I've had 2 children plus a fake kid that I
Right.
use for clout. So, yeah, it's not. How hard could it be? You guys bitch and moan a lot about raising kids. And honestly, you keep them fed, they'll figure out where the bathroom is eventually on their own.
Right.
That's actually
Yeah.
kind of exactly how we did potty training in my house. But yeah.
Potty
Lasted a long time.
are you out of the nighttime pull-ups yet?
No, come on. I'm in the shit. I got four 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a newborn. I'm in the shit.
But you personally are out of the nighttime pull-ups.
No, I'm not either.
Good.
I wear diapers at all times.
Have you ever thought about getting diped up while you call a game?
Oh,
I should have. I mean, I've told many stories about peeing in trash cans while I called touchdowns and sprinting to the bathroom. I should just let it. I just should let it go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Troy's a famous. You've told us this before. Troy farts a lot in the booth,
Oh,
right?
have I told you that?
Yeah, I think
before?
you said that.
Have I?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to nod? Yes. Good point. Yes, I remember that time. I told you that.
But that's happened.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would assume it's happened. And here's the thing. I mean, we've got at least we've got 6 people up in front of that booth.
Yeah.
So there's strength in numbers. I mean, it's not like anybody's claiming anything.
Yeah, you can just point to.
It's not my stat guy, Ed Svita, who's like, that was me.
Yeah. I know how it works. You point to the fattest guy in the room. You're like, you must have farted. Look at you. I get it all the time.
You've been working with Troy so long, you could probably tell a Troy.
Yeah.
Like that's
that's
Troy's
fair.
brand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you guys have you golfed with? Are you golfing? Are you a golfer? You just went out to Tahoe, right?
Yes, I fancy myself a golfer person.
So how are you playing these days?
I didn't play that great. I didn't play awful. I finished like right in the middle of the pack. I mean, I was a plus 19, which it's a point thing. So there are players and coaches and actors and people that were well behind me. So I felt good about that, but I can't putt. I'm not a good putter.
Oh, we're coming out next year. We've already decided we're going to do that trip because it looks like the funnest event.
It is
in the
great.
year.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's great for you guys to you'll be the bells of the ball. You will show up on that driving range and you will have your pick of the litter of hey, Miles Teller, come on over. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, you'll get him over there somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll just forget that we know you.
Yeah, I know how that works.
Watching Steph Curry, we kind of agree with the take that he might be a better golfer than a basketball player.
It's so maddening that somebody's that good at all that different stuff. And I tip my cap. I mean, not to be serious on a show that begs me not to be, but to have that many people follow you around playing while you play golf, which is not your main gig, and to play that well and make putts and make an eagle on 18 to win the thing, that's impressive to me. I could never do it. I would have choked.
Yeah. What do you want to get back in the golf calling game? Because ESPN.
No, because I don't want to give you guys more to rip me about.
No, you did a good job.
Except for the Brooks thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad.
No,
It
you
wasn't
actually
totally,
did
I mean, it was my
you did a
fault
bad
because it came
job,
out of
yeah.
my mouth. What's
yeah,
that?
you did a bad job now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I did, and it was I almost had a nervous breakdown that day in the car on the way. We'd just done like, I don't know how long our golf coverage was. It felt like 25 hours a day straight, and we've just done 4 days of that. And it was going pretty well. And then, hey, there's whatever name I said, or the card I got, all information about Brooks's, I guess at that time, ex-girlfriend. And then Brad Faxon corrects me, and we walk off, and my daughter was with me, Trudy. And I think she was legitimately concerned for my well-being. I was in the back of the car. I'm getting into texting fights with people that are like making fun, like in a nice way. Like, hey, by the way, just so you know, my wife and I are still together. And I lost a few friends on that car ride from Erin Hills to the airport, and I thought my daughter thought I was having a nervous breakdown.
You know what you need to do, and we will provide you this coverage and service going forward. If you have any of these situations, you need to text us, and then we will just release a statement and be like, Joe was joking. And then just we'll take the narrative for you and be like, you guys are so stupid, you didn't realize he was joking.
Please do, because I pay a lot of money to people to theoretically do that. But it's having the insurance that you never cash in yet. I mean, ever since I've had them, I haven't had one of those moments yet, but I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
And I'll call you instead of them.
Yeah, we're like the mafia when it comes to the internet. We'll protect you.
You'll scrub it. You're the Leah Schreiber.
We'll make sure everything's good, and we also will probably start a couple rumors that we'll then put out so we can show our services. So we got this.
I like it. I can't wait until when does the New York Post headline hit that Eli Manning didn't like Joe Buck?
10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m. tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, the day this show comes out.
Which is when? Just give me a
Monday.
ballpark so I can know when they're going to clip that and not do the other part where time has healed all wounds and everybody likes each other and gets along now.
I think it's going to be Monday, and it's going to be something like on podcasts where hosts sucked Joe Buck's dick, he still bashed Eli Manning.
I didn't bash him. I said he didn't like me. I don't know how I bashed him.
No, you're thinking about Eli Manning while we're blowing you.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now.
You got him. Look at that. I've never seen a laugh like that out of
so
a
good.
big cat.
Oh,
Hey,
so good.
Joe, can I just give you something to be on the lookout for next football season?
Yeah,
so
please.
we've been on this beat the last like two and a half years. If a player has a baby during the week, if they become a dad during the week, if they're an offensive skill position player, they always get a touchdown. If it's a backup tight end, if it's like a number 3 wide receiver, just know that going into Monday Night Football, if they become a father that week, they're getting a fucking touchdown.
Okay. Can I go with that in the open? Obviously, you seem very adamant about this, so I feel like you've been either rewarded or burned by this theory before.
No, we've been studying it. We think that it has something to do with the fact that if you have a kid, your coworkers are usually pretty happy for you, and there'll be a subconscious or a small way that it sneaks into the game plan that they want to get you the ball.
That's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
it happens.
Yeah,
and they start thinking.
I will pay attention to that. That means that I'm going to have to do a better job, unlike the days when I was following the dating life of Brooks Koepka, to know what everybody else has going on every week.
Yeah. Joe, I got one last question for you. It's a Roback question. RHOBACK.com. Use promo code TAKE. 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. All great golf gear. Roback.com. Promo code TAKE. I wear it. I don't golf, and I wear it all the time. I'm wearing the joggers right now.
What's the definition of a jogger?
It's pants that are tight around the ankle, like sweatpants style that's tight around the ankle.
It's nicer sweatpants.
Do you jog?
No. God, no. Have you seen me?
Okay. I just like to know what part of a live read I was just involved in against my will.
Yeah. Well, you could have brought your own ad to this show, because I saw this is the last question. Your podcast is now going to be a TV show, is it not? Animated short, maybe?
Well, we hope. We've sold it to Fox for an animated TV show in along the lines of a Family Guy type show. Yes, Oliver Hudson and I we've struck gold. If they pick up the pilot, we'll see.
I love it.
Scab.
No, we did this prior to. There's nothing to be done now. We're just sitting here, and it's
Actually,
animation.
That is the dream: is to sell a show to a network, and then there's a strike, and so you never have to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're just
That's fair, but there's not been one dime paid. That's the part I don't understand. I defer to Oliver for the workings and how this whole thing. I don't really get it, because they're like, "Hey, we sold it." I'm like, "Well, what do we get?" Well, nothing unless they pick it up. I'm like, "Well, then we didn't sell anything." So that's how that works, as you guys know.
Well, congrats on getting it sold. My last question is how much we haven't talked to you in a long time. It was great to have you back on. You are one of our favorite guests.
Yeah.
We do love that you're part of Pardon My Take history in our first interview with you and you being so welcoming to coming on. But would you say now, do you regret having this relationship with us, how this interview's gone?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I think this is good for the average person who listens to this podcast. This is a podcast, right?
This is a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually haven't been recording any of this.
Okay, good. To see the side of me that I get to display. I get to open my kimono, as they say. I get to throw it all out there for the world to see, to go, oh, the guy who said that's disgusting about the Randy Moss touchdown celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're the New York Post listening to this, the big headline, the big takeaway is
Ding.
actually forgive the pun headline, but Joe Buck got Botox in the back of his skull.
Yeah. For migraines.
That's the most interesting thing that we've learned today.
It was just for
That's
migraines,
the most interesting
guys.
thing. Then
Yeah.
I want this last 4330 back in my life. If that's it. I'll just text you random shit like that, and you can just say it, and we don't have to spend this time together.
Yeah, that's true. But we're now Joe Buck protectors. So you just let us know when you need our services. We're gonna go hunting on the internet. We got you.
I love those signs behind you. I love the fact that you can make fun of the signs. I've had those signs in my house.
Every beach house has one.
I think my favorite one is I just baked you some shut the fuck up cakes, and it's a cat holding a tray of cupcakes that are shut the fuck up cakes.
I like the one that says 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 4.
Yeah. I may or may not have just spent about $350 at Home Goods, and
That's
I've got a big
nice.
shipment coming in. Yeah.
My
so-
other car is a Porsche. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice flex.
Get it?
Yeah.
Alexa, do the dishes. What a backer. What an effort.
Yeah.
The
Nailed it.
laundry is looking at me dirty again, Joe. That's so true.
All right. Well, Joe, thank you as always. You are the best. We are so excited for football season.
Da, 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 da,
oh,
da,
man.
da, 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 da.
It's the best. It's Monday Night Football is our favorite. It is.
Wait till you hear who's doing our new theme song.
Ooh.
You're going to like it.
Okay.
Imagine
gonna like
Dragons.
Imagine Dragons are going to just crank it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Joe, thanks as always, man. We really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Good to be with you.
Hand over your man card. Joe Buck was brought to you by the Barstool Sportsbook. Download, sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook today. Terms apply. You must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Fleetwood Mac hit. That's right. Tommy Fleetwood tried his very best to choke it away at the end. What do you have, a triple on 17? I think he had a 6.
That was scary.
He had a 6 on 17.
If you were watching, that would have been.
I was not watching at the time, but he had a 6 on 17, and then he came back, had a birdie on 18, finished tied for 10th with Max Homa. Rory finished up there too, so Fleetwood Mac hit. Download the Sportsbook today. Barstool Sportsbook. Terms apply. Must be 21 or over. And now, here's the Mount Rushmore of Blue Things.
Okay, Mount Rushmore time. We're doing the Mount Rushmore of Blue Things.
Well, Red Things was such a hit.
Red Things was a hit.
Hank, did you get any feedback on whether or not hot sauce was red?
Yeah, overwhelming amount of responses saying hot sauce is orange.
That's
that I
cap.
read.
Cap.
There it is. Sidewood cap.
Cap.
We got you.
Live look at Hank's orange statement.
Yeah, it's red. You know it's red.
Overwhelming majority. You're such a fucking
I said
liar.
overwhelming majority of ones that I read.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. All right. That's not cap. Okay. Mount Rushmore of Blue Things.
He capping for real.
Here we go, boys.
What is that bracelet? What is that a hair tie?
Yeah, it's a fucking
Oh,
hair
I thought
tie.
it was like one of those like
Any more
puka
questions?
bracelets.
All right. Billy and Jake are up first.
This is podcasting.
Then you guys?
Smells like motherfucking cap.
Then
in here.
us. Third. Wrap around.
My cap detector's off the charts.
Okay. Well, big first pick. You guys ready?
Huge.
I wonder what they're gonna take.
Oh no. Okay, here we go.
Coors Light Blue Mountains.
All right. Okay.
The mountains are blue.
This is the second time you guys drafted the Coors Light Blue Mountains.
Not
guys-
true.
Do you guys admit that was the worst pick ever?
No, because the logo.
Okay.
But yes, like when it becomes a talking point, yes. But like,
Oh, you think we sullied your pick?
When
No,
people
no,
think
no,
of
no.
Coors,
Oh.
they think of the Silver Bullet and Blue Mountain.
I didn't know that was
That was the
nickname
killer
either.
when Hank was like, if Coors Light was a football uniform, it'd be silver or blue.
Yeah. I mean, it's factually correct.
That's all that matters.
Jake,
The font.
Jake
Okay.
did Loki just say that the only reason the pick was bad was because we trashed it.
Yeah.
No.
We
He
sullied
said that
it.
because it
That has
became a
nothing to do with the
talking point.
poll.
It became a talking point.
No,
Talking point.
If it becomes a talking point.
Yeah.
If you get into the conversation, yes, the first thing you think of Coors Light is blue.
Yes.
But if you look at the Coors Light
logo,
font, it is red.
Yeah. Well, you've redeemed yourselves.
Yes.
This is a great 1-1. Good job. We're off and running. Hank and Max.
I forgot where we're going to. I am going to go. I mean, this is easy number 2. Sorry. Max and I.
Oh, Max, this is bad.
Max and I are going to
You
go.
skip. Captain takes the ball.
Yeah, you haven't really. Have you had any picks recently?
Yeah.
Cap and cap.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed before.
We don't have to go. Max, should we go with 1? Should we go with 3? Should we go? from 2 to 5?
Yeah. Let's go with the third one for sure.
It's called
All right.
teamwork.
Why don't you go with the fifth one?
We're going to go. Okay.
Oh, you guys don't have the balls.
Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay, that's a good pick.
That wasn't our first pick, but you want 5, you'll get
Good
5.
pick. Good pick. I like it. Good pick. All right, our 1-1 is still there.
Well, whatever.
What?
No, it's fine.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, thank you.
Blues Brothers, classic.
It's timely.
Yeah.
Relatable.
All right, our 1-1 is going to be
It's number 5.
Carolina Blue. Easy. Easy.
That was our
Is
next
that
pick.
yours?
No,
That was our
actually,
next pick.
that actually wasn't going to be.
It
best
is-
blue in
It
the
is the
world.
best blue.
Best Pantone of all time. They
Oh,
literally
yeah.
pay to only be the only school that has that.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is sweet.
It is the
Yeah,
best.
it's the best.
The absolute best. PFT, I think we should go 2 or 3.
Yeah, let's go with number 2.
Yeah,
let's go
okay.
number 2.
Go for it.
Easy one. The ocean.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So
That was it.
blue.
Is the ocean?
Nah,
Yes.
Billy, don't do that. You know it's fucking blue.
It's blue. You ever
You
been
know
to the
it's
Caribbean,
blue.
Billy?
Wait,
Little
so
St. James?
if you scoop up ocean water and put it in a clear cup,
Oh,
Isn't
there we
the
go.
sky?
Wait, did you just say that was going to be your pick?
I'm just asking questions.
Is it-
When you
Sky
look at the
technically
ocean,
blue?
what color is it?
Well, that's the
Green.
that's the reflection of the sky.
Yeah. So
No, wait. Are you saying the ocean's blue because it's reflecting the sky?
that is actually why the ocean is blue.
It's no, it's light.
Yeah, because it's reflecting off the sky.
No, the Caribbean is blue.
Because of the sky.
It's still blue even when there's clouds.
Fact.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
the ocean is blue.
Yeah.
No.
Billy, real quick,
Well,
if you're
if
drawing an ocean, what color crayon you taking out?
Yeah, but
Well,
like
that's-
it's
Answer
like,
the
it's like
question
is
back,
water
Billy.
wet?
Answer the question.
Billy,
yes or
answer,
no?
hey,
water
Billy,
wet?
answer the question. I'll answer your question before, but you have to answer mine first.
Sometimes if it depends on if it's like brackish, if what type of inlet
Your
it
teachers
is.
must have
Billy,
hated
the ocean is blue. But why did they pick green for land?
you. Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you
Before
look at
there
the
are
Earth,
buildings. Yeah.
We look at the
Yeah.
Earth from
Yeah.
outer space.
All right, dumb question.
What is it? The pale blue dot?
Yeah, Bill. Yeah,
That's a-
yeah. If you're looking down from the moon, what color is the ocean? That's not a reflection of the sky.
No, it is a reflection of the sky.
No,
You're seeing the
'cause only-
sky
Yeah,
and the ocean.
the light
doesn't know.
the light refracts off the water.
No.
and it looks
Either way,
blue.
the ocean's
alright.
blue
Yeah,
and
it's a
everyone
the
real-
knows
ocean's
yeah, it's
blue.
fine.
I'm not debating this.
Yeah,
It's a fine pick.
it's like is water wet? Like
I don't know if you're right or wrong. I just know the ocean's blue.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we lost the draft because we picked the 5 first. That's fine. We'll go with Eiffel 65 on blue.
Okay, good pick. We had that on our list too.
That's a great one.
Dabba
what is
dee dabba
Eiffel
die.
65?
I'll be honest, I have no idea what that
It's
is.
a song.
I'm blue, da boo
Oh,
dee
the
da
song.
boo
Okay,
da.
okay, okay.
That's the name of the
Beat
song.
off a
Okay,
guy.
yeah.
Eiffel
I've heard the
65
song.
on
Beat
blue.
off a guy.
If I was green, I would die.
Yeah,
Da boo dee da boo da.
I have no idea what that song is.
I have a blue house and a blue window.
Get some fucking culture, Billy.
Let's go.
Blue
let's go.
is the color.
Yeah. Football.
this.
Football.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's rip it, let's
yeah,
rip
yeah. All right,
Rip it.
2 picks.
Any rogues?
Nope.
Okay.
I feel confident about these. These are both very good picks.
I'm excited.
Boise State's football field.
Okay.
Good blue
pick.
I didn't
Yeah.
think of that, but that's a good pick.
Yeah, good pick.
That's actually blue.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
blue. No, that's the sky.
Billy, did you know that sometimes geese like try to land on the field? Did you know that? And sometimes they die when they try to land on the field.
Because they think it's water.
Yeah.
And what color? And what color? And what color would that water be, Billy?
Got your ass.
Blue.
Got your ass.
Because they thought it was reflecting the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm glad I made a good pick. We made a good pick.
Yeah, Jake
It's
made
been
a
such a good time.
Good
Such a
pick,
long
Holy
Jake.
time
shit,
since, like-
Jake.
Good pick,
Get
Jake.
out of your
picked
own
Blue
head,
Mountains.
dude. You're good.
That was a
You
Yeah,
great
we
picked
one.
did.
Blue Mountains.
We did. The next one,
Best flavor.
Veto,
Body
veto,
armor?
veto,
Or do you mean
veto,
body
veto,
armor, Jake?
Veto, veto, veto,
wow.
veto, veto.
Wow.
oh my god,
Jake.
I'm so confident
We-
too.
We actually had that
So
on
did
there.
we, and then we were
And
like,
I was
really?
like, PFD,
do
we
it,
can't
yeah.
pick this.
Oh
Let's
my
just
God,
wait
I'm
until
sorry.
someone else
I
picks
can't believe
it.
plug God Jake just
Yeah.
did it.
By the way, is anyone
Wow.
seeing this insane lightning storm? It is insane.
Yeah, the thing is,
types
the,
of lightning
the,
that
listen-
No one. No.
the-
To answer your question,
the
no
listeners
single
of the
person-
You should
podcast
lose
right
your
now
pick.
are not.
You should just lose your pick for
Yeah,
this.
you should lose your
Yeah,
pick.
the charger just
No,
said redacted.
Yeah,
Yes,
PFD
it should
threw
say
in his brain
redacted.
dump, and I was like, can't do it.
I put. I
Well,
put.
no, you
not the.
Air all
No,
this.
Yes, we should just
We
go
should, bleep what he said,
bleep, and then go
and then air all
veto,
this.
veto, veto.
Jake, what a mistake. No,
No backlash.
No,
Even
because
Pearl
people are gonna
backlash.
guess what he get. Yes. And Billy
Will
just
anyone
in
in
the
the-
middle of all of that, Billy was like, "Anyone seen this lightning?" As people were listening
Will
to this
anyone in the
podcast,
office
and
care?
all the
Like,
cameras are pointing towards us.
Will anyone in the office like?
No,
Yeah, no, you're fired.
yeah, you're probably fired. It's fine. Pack your bags.
Whoa, Jake with an F bomb.
You said
Still rolling? What the
Now
heck?
you're actually
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah,
Holy
double
shit.
fired. That means
Okay.
you're rehired though. Congrats.
Oh my God.
What's your pick?
so rattled.
What's your pick?
I can't believe Jake just dropped an F bomb.
Yeah. That was
Really
their,
mad at himself.
No, that was their second pick.
Yeah,
No, they get another one. Their second pick was Boise.
And redacted.
Redacted.
No, I think we might win on redacted.
Go ahead, you get another pick. Go ahead.
Redacted on the graphic would be electric.
Yeah, it would. It would be so good.
Redacted would be
And people
so
can just
good.
guess what
yes,
it
would be
is.
so fun.
Which one?
I'm thinking.
Redacted.
Redacted.
This one?
No, that's kind of stupid.
It's kind of stupid.
I can't believe that Jake did that.
They should
so
at least
mad.
have to
Like,
pick, their next pick should be last.
Oh,
they should
they
lose.
get the
They should
last
lose
two.
a spot.
Yeah.
You lose your spot.
Yeah.
Last two. You get the last two. Yeah, you get the last two.
That's fair.
All right. Max and Hank.
It's not even. Yeah.
No, it's hilarious.
We don't have a lot left. Blue raspberry flavored anything.
Okay.
Okay. Is there such a thing as a blue raspberry?
No,
Yes.
Ooh,
not actually
embrace
in
debate.
science.
In
And like it
stores.
doesn't. Yes, yes, but it doesn't actually exist.
In stores though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, but like blue raspberries aren't an actual fruit.
You never know. Maybe in the Amazon or something.
No, I'm pretty sure they know.
It's like white cherry.
No, it's definitely not. But it is like the best flavor of every candy.
It is a good
Everyone
flavor.
wants the blue raspberry,
Yep.
like Jolly Rancher.
Yep. We had blue raspberry
Yeah,
Jolly Rancher
yeah.
on our list. Good pick.
Okay. Our penultimate pick. You like that, Jake?
Yes.
Chargers powder blue uniforms.
Good pick.
Shane, you know.
Nice pick.
You know. Great fucking uniform.
They're so good that even though the team sucks ass
Yeah.
and probably always will, the jerseys make you think that they're good every year.
When they break it out, they're just so fast. Oh, what do you got? You doing something?
I'll let Max. I mean, that's a great pick. We ran out of our list. We didn't have much and just texted at the wire.
Yeah, we were scrambling.
Well, it's our pick, right?
Oh, whoa. Okay.
We should let them go.
Thank
Fuck,
God.
They were gonna go.
Yeah, we were.
Oh, damn it.
No, you guys can go ahead.
No, that's all right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to take the blues,
The blues.
the genre of music, the
Yes.
blues.
The best.
Without blues, there'd be no rock and roll.
That's a fact. That's a stone cold
Stone
fact.
cold
Isn't this
fact.
kind of a repeat of the Blues Brothers?
No,
Yeah,
that would be.
that's a movie.
And also,
movie
people are going to
and
think you're
two
talking
people.
about the team, so that doesn't matter. That's fine.
No,
No,
it's
the
the
blues
blues
music.
genre.
Whoa.
Baguette does love the blues.
I do
Big
love
blues
the
fan.
Yeah.
I love the blues.
St. Louis blues.
No, fuck you.
Big fan.
You said the blues.
Yes.
blues.
Music
The
genre. Idiot.
B.B. King, Robert
Is that
Johnson,
Like hockey?
Oh my god.
the blues.
Okay, go ahead with your genius last pick. Music genre.
Howlin' Wolf, Bo Diddley,
Last
Should
pick.
we go on and on and on?
Kenny Wayne Shepherd,
Elvis.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Nobody listening knows any of these people.
They should.
No, that's disrespectful to our audience.
Yeah,
Max.
that is.
Okay.
Very disrespectful. And Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a fucking helicopter crash.
Yeah,
you piece of shit.
Got any Kobe jokes, Max?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, what about the one you were telling us before we started recording?
I'm not clever enough for Kobe jokes.
Well, the one you told us was pretty damn good and really hurtful. We could go all night with you, Max.
Can I go?
Yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
make the pick?
Yeah.
Shout out Dallas Goddard, Bluetooth.
Okay, Bluetooth. Nice.
Okay.
Good pick.
Everyone in this room uses Bluetooth
yeah.
every single day. Probably one of the greatest inventions in modern era.
Nah.
It's all right.
Nah.
It's a great pick.
Great pick.
It's
Great
not
pick.
that good of a pick.
In 10 years, nobody's going to use Bluetooth.
That's a fact.
We're going to be next on. It's going to be
What is it? Like what?
When was the last time you
Green
listened to
Tooth.
a blues song, PST?
earlier this morning, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
actually, when we were driving, we had the blues on the car. You were listening to it.
Nope.
And you liked it. You were fucking singing along, tapping your fucking feet. Yeah.
I listen to the blues all the time. Little Wing. I wake up to Little Wing almost every morning.
I wake up to Lil Wayne.
If you don't respect the blues, you don't like music. It's literally the
Yeah.
foundation piece of all music.
Yep.
That's a fact. Okay,
Wait,
you guys have
Little-
your last two picks. What? Go ahead.
Little Wing isn't a blues song.
Little Wing is definitely a blues song.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
So you don't know what the blues are.
Jimi Hendrix played a fuckload of blues.
Every one of your favorite rock bands has like a basis in blues.
Yeah. No, I'm down with blues.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna go with Blue Jeans.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Probably the
Nice.
most American thing ever.
Yeah. That's actually a great fourth round
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
Third round.
Third round. Oh yeah, because your third round is
Specifically
redacted.
Muggsy jeans.
Muggsy jeans. Nice. He's back.
We love Muggsy.
He's back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, they're actually such a they embody the American spirit. All the buttons on them and stuff are like
Yeah.
built different.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
It is.
Okay.
Totally revolutionary.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think this is a good one, Bill.
Last pick.
No, I think that one's kind
Kind of what?
of. There's better picks out there.
What were you going to say, though, Billy? It's kind of what?
What are yours?
Go rogue.
Tell
Jake
me
doesn't
before you
believe
tell
in
that.
you, Billy. Jake
Tell me
doesn't
before you
believe
tell
in
that.
you. He thinks you're an imbecile. But you can show him that you're a smart boy. Stand up for yourself, Billy. Go rogue. Come on.
You know what?
Give the audience what they want, Billy.
Do you like either of these?
Come on, Billy. Go rogue. Fuck this. Jake's trying to put you in a box. No one puts
Do
you
you
in
like
a box.
either of these?
You know that you can connect with the AWS, Billy.
Billy, they're young, just like you. Come Billy.
There's a lot of dead air.
He doesn't have.
No. Talk to
blue
me.
face.
Talk to
Yeah,
me.
no,
Talk to me.
No.
No. Talk to me.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Do it.
No, we gotta do it.
He wants to pick. You have two picks. We'll decide which one's better.
Oh.
Yeah,
true,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Blue crystal meth from Breaking Bad.
Okay. Not bad. Jake, what was yours?
I was gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh. I think Sonic might win that one.
Who doesn't love Sonic? He's so fast.
Yeah, he is so
He
fast.
rolls down those hills.
All right, I think Sonic should be your last one.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
What about Blue's Clues?
That could have counted, too.
Yeah, so let's do honorable
Unfortunately-
mentions. I have a lot. I didn't want to self pander, but Stella Blue coffee would have been
Good coffee.
But I didn't want to do that. You know, that I have integrity for the game. We had
We should have done that.
we had
Jake should have done that.
yeah.
If he cared.
He would
Yeah,
never
if he
think.
cared.
He almost picked Starbucks, probably.
Yeah, he probably did. He probably wanted to. He's like, well, if you're a little colorblind, the green kind of looks like blue. Blue freeze pop, blue airheads,
Yeah. Any blue candy.
Yeah.
It's my favorite color.
blueberries.
Raspberry, yeah, because they're all blue raspberry flavored.
Do you guys ever do the thing with the airheads where you shake them and
Yes.
they shrink?
Duh.
Yeah. Hank, I'm surprised you didn't pick this one. Blue whale. You're a whale guy.
Yeah.
The sky.
Sky.
Oh, is the sky
I was gonna
actually
take
blue?
the sky, but that was kind of the ocean thing.
Yeah, no, it's actually a reflection of the sea.
I want to pick waterfalls, but I feel like that also is.
Another one that you guys would have said was too dated, but Frank Sinatra's eyes. Old blue eyes.
Yeah,
He
what
has
if
beautiful
if we had
eyes.
just picked blue eyes?
Mhm.
That would have been.
Could have.
so
That would have
problematic.
played. But a little bit
Problem-
Nazi-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it would have. Yeah.
So I texted that to Hank, and then he was like, problematic.
You would
And
have
then-
walked into me in PFT's trap there. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Frank Sinatra's eyes.
That was
gorgeous.
just throwing PFT and alley oop.
There was a
I
moment-
wasn't trying to give him.
There was a moment where PFT and I were just sitting on the couch, looking up dudes' eyes. We're like Bradley Cooper,
Yeah,
Brad
Cal
Pitt,
Ripken Jr.
Frank Sinatra.
I want to take Cal
Ripken
Ripken Jr.'s eyes and baguettes. Like that might be a little niche.
Yeah, but he does have incredible eyes.
Great blue eyes.
Incredible eyes. Anything else?
Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group.
Frauds. Frauds.
What? Why?
There's 100,000 of them.
Yeah, of course.
It's a franchise?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, you thought
That
it
is
was like
frauds.
3 guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
went
did
around the
too.
whole
It's
country?
It's the Blue Man Group,
But
not
it's
the
in
Blue Man
other.
Groups.
It's in,
Yeah,
in
no,
more
I'm
than
with
one
Hank.
city.
No,
I'm with Hank.
Like Lin-Manuel Miranda is more. Is
Bands
like, not
travel.
just him as Alexander
No,
Hamilton.
Hank's
No,
right.
I thought, I thought that it was one Blue Man
Me
group.
too. I thought it was the same 3 guys for the last
really?
20 years.
I mean, they're still funny and cool.
Frauds.
No,
No,
they're
frauds.
frauds.
Yeah, frauds.
Oh, we didn't take
Absolute
'em.
fraud
We didn't
alert.
I'm gonna be honest. They scare the shit out of me.
Okay, that's a different conversation
I
than
don't
what
know
we're
why.
having right now. But yeah, okay, that's
Probably
good
because
input.
they remind you of cops.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
because
Jake, if you have a band you like and then you show up and it's 4 different guys playing the same music, it's a
What's-
cover band, not the band.
Interesting that Billy didn't pick the Thin Blue Line.
Cubby Blue. Obviously, I can't. That one wouldn't have played for
Cookie Monster.
White On.
Cookie
yeah,
Monster,
Cookie Monster's
good
a
pick.
good one. Yeah, we had Argentina soccer jerseys.
Those are
You
nice.
just pick jerseys.
Yeah, no, we
probably
like
could've.
jerseys. Is that okay with you?
It's a sports
You're
podcast.
wearing a jersey.
It's the most popular sport in the world.
Great jersey. It's a good.
You're
blue
wearing a
on it.
blue jersey
You're
right
wearing a blue jersey saying you just pick jerseys.
I mean, yeah, fair.
now. Weezer, the Blue album.
Yep.
Great album.
Yep. Did Third Eye Blind have an album called Blue? Wasn't good.
Blue
Was that,
Ivy.
was that the one that had "I'll never let you go"?
That's basically just stealing our pick from the red draft.
Yeah, but we didn't pick it though.
Yeah. but-
No, we did.
Honorable
It's
mention.
honorable
Yeah,
mentions,
yeah,
Max.
I'm just saying.
so it's not stealing your pick.
No, it would have been though. And
Blueberries?
you
But I
talk,
didn't.
and you talk shit on that pick.
Yeah, Blue was the name of that album. Okay, what else? Blue Cheese.
Yeah,
That was a miss.
I don't like blue cheese.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love Blue Cheese.
You'll grow to love it, Jake.
Yeah.
Yelling at a baseball game. Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good one. Come on,
Oh,
Blue. You're blowing
Yeah,
the
come on,
game.
Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
Oh, yeah. Blue, whatever his last
That one
name
always
was.
plays.
Penicillin.
Penicillin?
Is penicillin blue?
Yeah.
Viagra.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn it.
Adderall.
Damn it.
You just jaked yourself.
What?
Hymns. Roman.
Well, yeah, they have generic equivalent of
You
Viagra.
can get 4 hands.
Sildenafil.
Oh wow,
It's
Billy had
cheaper,
that.
4 hands.
Billy had that one off the top
Going down the list of pills that are blue.
No, but that's the generic name.
for Viagra.
I think so. Or Cialis.
Hmm.
One of them's really good for games.
Toothpaste.
For gains though, only for gains.
Okay. I think that was a good Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Minus what Jake did. Redacted.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Sometimes in life, we're faced with tough choices, and the path forward isn't always clear. If you're going through a new phase in life, if you're making some big decisions, if you're getting from one phase in life to the next, things change. Sometimes your priorities change. Sometimes decisions around your career, relationships, or anything else, they come into question, and therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life. That way you can move forward with confidence and with excitement. Trusting yourself to make decisions that align from your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. I've used therapy. Therapy is very, very helpful. I recommend that you try it. If you're thinking about it, try BetterHelp. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/PMT today. Get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/PMT.
Okay. Let's wrap up the show with a little Monday reading. By the way, Wednesday, we are going to do coach tiers, which
Right.
is a reminder to
The
ourselves.
January 27th episode. I have to listen back to the context, but I have the reminder for this Tuesday.
I like this. This feels good.
I
Right
think
time.
We were going to do a coach draft, I think. If
Oh,
you were starting
NFL
your
head coach
franchise.
draft.
And then we'll put out a tiers
Great.
list afterwards.
Yeah.
So we'll do a draft of coaches.
January 27th opening segment. I have to listen back, but you guys
So
can
what are we
listen
going to
back
do?
too.
We each get 6 guys?
Yeah.
No, 7 guys.
How many
And then
pe-
4 go undrafted. It's the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Well, I might not be here depending on the time, but we'll see.
And Hank also might not be here depending
I'll
on
be
the
here.
time. All right, so we'll go 10 guys each.
Okay.
If I'm here, we'll do 7.
Can you
And then the
franchise?
2 that aren't drafted, that's gonna suck.
Can you franchise tag a coach?
They should allow
You
it.
should allow it. If you allow for players,
Yeah.
allow it for the coaches.
Okay, I look forward to the coach draft. That's gonna be.
I remember this conversation we had on January 27th.
Was it like championship week or something?
We're just talking about like
Yeah.
the best coaches that you would want right now on your team, who the best coaches are.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we should do a draft this summer. That's the one thing that we've never drafted.
Yeah.
Who's not gonna get drafted?
Probably 2 new
the
guys.
weirdo guy from
Probably 2 new
Cardinals.
Yeah. The new Eagles cast-offs.
Yeah. Because I will draft Eberflus. I won't let him. I won't let my guy go
Shots.
undrafted.
Explosives.
Explosives. We're gonna get you vertical. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, those guys will probably.
Yeah.
We'll just say it right now. They're not gonna get drafted.
No.
Okay, perfect. So there are 30 guys to pick from, and we'll get 30 or teams of 10. Okay. Monday reading.
Yeah. So you remember last week we talked about girl dinner.
Yes.
Which is an entirely new way to eat dinner, and that only girls do, which is they sit down, they have small snacks, which no one else has done. That's a brand new hot trend. Well, there was a response in GQ magazine about the male version of girl dinner, which is called husband meal.
Okay.
So husband meal. The writer says she first entertained the concept of husband meal when after a few trips in a row, I noticed that my husband would always mention ordering from the same mediocre restaurant down the block that I'm never really in the mood for. Adulthood requires you to make smart and sane choices every day, and also not to gross out your wife, he explained, which is why I wait until you're out of town to order and eat an entire enchilada platter, sometimes with a side of wings. It's reverting to total bachelorhood for about half an hour.
Yeah.
What she doesn't understand is that even when she's home, he's secretly wishing that he ordered this stuff every meal. So when she leaves, he's like, okay, finally I can get this and not have you look at me sideways like, why are we ordering from that junk place?
So I know what my husband meal is, and it's just a disgusting amount of ice cream.
Yeah.
And I can actually show you. Hank, you can read off my order. This is for me and me alone. I think I ordered a few. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Go ahead, read that off. This is my husband meal.
1 Chocolicious with caramel cups and peanut butter cups. Another Chocolicious large with Reese's Pieces and Butterfinger. That sounds elite. And 1 Tahitian vanilla bean frozen yogurt with Butterfinger
That's
and Reese's
light.
Pieces. So 2 smalls and a large with a lot of Reese's Pieces
How much
and
money was
peanut
it?
butter cups. Where does it say that?
It doesn't say the amount. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I gotta smash reorder. I think it's like $45
Yeah.
of ice cream.
And ice cream doesn't really travel that well.
Yeah, I
either.
just
do you
fucking
order?
go-
Do you eat the small, then the large, and the small?
I mix the vanilla and the chocolate on the first go around. Usually do a layer of Butterfinger on the bottom of the bowl, and then I'll do Reese's Pieces mixed in, and then I'll come back to the last chocolate. Like after I watch, who doesn't burn
Didn't
some
you-
calories watching like some baseball?
Didn't you live stream like eating a pint when you got 1 million followers
Yeah, that
during
was
COVID?
light work. This is like 3 pints. But yeah, that's you basically. I think what they're saying is that it's when you can basically have no judgment in your home. You just go crazy, and yes, I do that.
So she goes on. So he orders the enchilada platter, sometimes with a side of wings. She replies, I didn't even know this place served wings. How deep did this conspiracy go? But every restaurant serves wings.
Yes.
And he's always thinking about ordering wings. And he's just always like, she'll never let me order the wings here. It's starting to sound to me like the author of this, Gabriela Paella. That's a delicious sounding name.
Yeah.
She judges her husband quite a bit.
Yes.
She won't let her husband live his true life.
And also, just to note, it is a side of wings, which is the perfect part here because it's every guy's like, whoa, what if I just warmed up with some wings?
Yeah.
It's like you don't run a marathon before you do a little stretching. Like, got to eat the wings before I eat the meal.
Also, I don't think that it's that out of bounds to say enchiladas and wings don't go together. Like, sides go with anything. I don't believe in the
Correct.
idea that one type of meal, like if you order a steak, then mashed potatoes are the side to that. But if you order pasta, guess what? Mashed potatoes is a great side for pasta too.
You could name any meal.
Any side works with any meal.
Yeah, but you could also name any meal, and I could spin zone it how it works with wings.
Yeah.
Like mashed potatoes and steak with wings?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool down. No, that's a cool down.
Oh, the fact that
You're
Jake
cooling your body
The
down.
fact Jake disagrees
Like
is
tacos?
incredible.
Yeah,
Tacos,
no, that's
tacos,
perfect.
wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Jake,
absolutely.
have you ever dipped a wing in mashed potatoes?
No, that sounds awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. All sides, if you like a side, it works with any main course that you also like.
Yeah, no, you're spot on though. That Jake not realizing that wings go with everything is really proof that wings go with everything.
I'll try it.
Okay.
I posed
go wings with everything.
I posed the question to yet another set of couple friends. The husband answered with Taco Bell, though he showed me a screen grab of a group chat in which he sent a photo of a can of salmon on a hamburger bun, prompting another participant to say that it was divorce guy energy. And yet, absolutely husband meal. Okay, your husbands just want to order good food, and it sounds like you're not letting them order delicious things. This sounds like a real problem in your marriage.
Also, ladies, not to break your heart here, but if that group text is real, what he's not showing you is the dump he also sent to his friends. Because that 100% happened. He's like, look at this. My wife's out of town.
The salmon burger. The salmon burger ran right through me, boys.
Salmon burger. I don't like salmon burger guy.
Well, yeah, I'd rather have a hamburger.
Yeah, well, I'd rather have any burger.
Okay, so
any type of meat.
She asked other people, and the other husbands, these beat down poor souls that are afraid to enjoy their true loves of food. He says a grocery store rotisserie chicken over the sink, a gigantic wok full of Spam fried rice that I will eat for dinner, put the rest in the fridge, and then over the course of the next day, just grab out of the fridge and eat big spoonfuls of cold.
I have another one I'm ready to admit. So it just dawned on me because I just moved back to Chicago. There's a Chinese place where I love two of their dishes, and there's a noodles place that I love the crab rangoons in another dish. I would order from both places for dinner.
Yeah.
And just do
That's not weird. Noodles and Chinese?
It would be like 3 entrees and an appetizer from 2 different places for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I was like, I love this from here. I love that from there. Why can't I get it all?
So in New York,
Getting 2 deliveries is you feel like
It's a weird
disgusting
thing.
about yourself.
Even when like the household would split, like when I was growing up, if I got one thing and my siblings got another, and it's like, what if they show up at the same time?
Yeah, no, they would oftentimes show up at the same time.
Then they have to-
oh, this
they
guy,
have to
this
fight.
Yeah, this fat ass again.
only one person gets to make this delivery.
Yeah, but you are a fat. I am a fat ass, and you are a fat ass if you order delivery dinner from 2 different places at the same time.
In New York, I used to look at 2 different Cajun restaurants, and I really liked the gumbo at one of them, but their jambalaya wasn't as good. And the other Cajun place made great jambalaya, but not good gumbo.
Yep.
So I'd order the jambalaya from one, the gumbo from the other. The Cajun delivery guys would show up. It's a wonder nobody got killed.
Yes. Yeah. Turf war.
But you like what you like.
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to go get a hamburger at McDonald's or a cheeseburger, and then other way around. I would get the hamburger at Whataburger. Then I would drive across the street to McDonald's to get their fries to make the perfect fast food lunch.
I would do 2 large Jimmy John subs. I'd go 1.5 for lunch and then a half at like 3:00.
Yeah, or you get potbelly, but then you order the pickle from Jimmy John's.
Yes.
Their pickle's way better.
Yes.
This guy says, mostly I just eat my kids' food. Best case scenario is Bell and Evans frozen tenders or Annie's mac and cheese. Sometimes something weirder like Dr. Prager's broccoli littles or fish sticks. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
This guy shouldn't be allowed to comment on husband meal.
Fish sticks.
Yeah.
You're
Gay fish?
going fish sticks?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
To be clear, husband meal is not the result of a helpless 1950s era man left to his own devices. It's 2023. Men know how to cook, and they regularly do some at home. They care about restaurants. They still watch Top Chef and have opinions on single origin spices. I don't think we do.
No.
Does anybody
Wait.
here have an opinion on single origin spices?
Yeah, I don't.
Don't care.
No, my
I will never
lack
care.
of opinion is an opinion.
I will never care about single origin spices. By
This
the
also
time
just sounds like an entire article about Frank's cooks.
you know what this sounds like to me?
Like, did you see his chili dogs?
Yeah.
Or his,
Yeah. Did you see his chicken that he pounded out in the kitchen? And just salmonella went flying all across.
I'll tell you what, the man knows how to cook.
They say by the time they've reached their 30s and 40s, they've had to develop taste in all aspects of their lives. Partly, I assume, because of the beautiful and perfect women with whom they live. This just seems like she wanted to write an article just insulting her husband.
Yeah.
Be like, look how gross he is when I'm not around him.
Yeah.
He needs me every day to take care. He needs me to wipe his mouth off after he's done. If it wasn't for me, he'd be dead of malnutrition somewhere just because the poor guy wanted to order a side of wings with his enchiladas.
Wait till she finds out what we do at the hotel lobby, little like mini mart.
Yeah.
I fucking go crazy in there.
Yep.
I go fucking nuts.
Yeah. Basically, when you take your husband to a movie, the candy that he orders, that is ideally what he would like to eat every night that you're out.
Yes.
There's a big bag of Junior Mints, gigantic popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, and maybe some chocolate-covered peanuts.
Yeah. This is crazy that she's, come on. This guy should get to do what they, all right, here's another alternative. Instead of him ordering like $70 worth of Taco Bell, he could cheat on you.
Yeah.
So which one's better?
Yeah.
Right?
The husband meal might be another pussy.
Yeah, husband meal's pretty good when you put it into context.
Yeah, this is pretty good. If this is the biggest complaint that you have about your guy, you're doing all right.
Right. Husband meal. I love it.
It's almost like she uses the term husband as a slur, too.
Yes.
The H word.
Ugh, this gross guy I live with. He orders a shitload of food when I'm out of town.
My husband eats Mexican food and fried chicken at the same time.
I haven't.
This piece of shit.
I will say I haven't thought about the double order dinner in a long time, and that does kind of gross me out thinking.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's such a good.
Do it again.
It's a strong move.
Yeah. It's just some places have great dishes, and this one place had great crab rangoons. So it's like I have to get those, and I have to also get these.
Mm-hmm.
So why not both? That's pretty much what husband meal is. It's the meme. Why not both?
I think I want to eat. I think I want to eat a dinner with this chick's husband.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just sit on the couch. Use your sock as your napkin.
Yeah.
Sounds like
That's
a great night.
That's what every guy wants to do.
Yeah.
Not wear a shirt, probably.
Yeah.
Just tops off in case you spill on yourself.
I can't eat without a shirt on. I can't do a lot of things without a shirt on.
Why not?
I mean, have you seen me? It's getting bad.
Yeah, but if you eat
Ozempic's going to be sick.
if you eat without a shirt on, then you don't have to do laundry afterwards.
Why'd you give me that face? You don't think I should do Ozempic?
No.
Are you going to be one of those haters who calls me fat and being like, you're going to die of diabetes, and then when I lose 30 pounds in Ozempic, they're going to be like, you cheater?
I've seen you lose weight before.
Dude, it's harder now.
You know what this seems like to me? It seems like Hank wants to keep you fat, so no one else will love you.
No, I mean,
I've seen my 800-pound life or whatever. Those people's partners are fucked up.
The problem is when you have kids, I pretend that my kids are fully grown adults. So when I order, like I took my 4 and 2-year-old out to dinner tonight, there was actually some stoolies in the restaurant who can be like, yep, this did happen. I ordered 2 huge entrees, and they maybe ate like a little piece of both. And I was like, oh, yeah, he'll have this. Like the other night I ordered Chinese. I was like, oh, yeah, my 4-year-old, yeah, he'll do the Kung Pao chicken. He didn't fucking touch it. And I had like, so that's my problem is I'm pretending every time I order, I'm ordering for 5, including my fucking 2-month-old. And it's really just for me. So that's the problem.
And you get
I can't lose weight
off the
anymore.
kids menu a lot. Which is
Yo,
pretty sick.
dude, I have a grilled
Dinosaur
cheese
chicken
with
nuggets.
every
that's-
single time I
the
go
kids
out.
menu food raw.
I have a
Dino
side
tenders.
of grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese, like it's
So
amazing.
it's gonna have to be Ozempic or Mounjaro, whatever it's called. Charles Barkley. If Chuck does it, I feel like I know his whole thing is I'm not a role model, but he is in this respect. So you're gonna support me?
Has he lost weight,
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
Chuck?
Yeah, he's just done the Mounjaro. I think that's what it's called.
Buongiorno?
Bongiorno. Listen,
Monchuro? San Antonio only?
I feel like I'm the opposite of like all these Hollywood celebs who do it and don't say they do it, and they're like, oh, I've just been working out. If I start this Ozempic, I'm going to tell everyone.
What even is Ozempic?
It just makes you not hungry.
It's just a pill?
It's a shot, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I know that part.
There's
I think
probably
is gonna be
no side effects whatsoever to it.
none. Exactly.
It's not going to affect your mood
we
at
all
all.
know these drugs. They've been coming out for the last 50 years. They're appetite suppression drugs that will not fuck you up in any way possible.
Fine, I'll try the old-fashioned way again. And it's going to fail again.
Keto.
All right, sure. Are we going to do numbers still? Yeah, we got to. Let's just do random numbers. This is just going to be it's going to be like the dead ball era. Like when we look back on it, it's like no one counts these numbers, but.
Give me 85.
Be 17.
Okay, I'll take 69.
18.
You watching? Are you watching? Harry, you want one? Yeah, sure. What number? You ever gotten this? I can't wait till we get the new lottery ball machine for our new office, and you will never have gotten it. It's going to be great. You're not going to get it.
I'm going to get it first.
No, you aren't.
And then you're not going
Do you
to
want
want
to
to
bet
do
it?
anymore.
$1,000 right now. You don't get it
Sure.
first.
Before you.
No. You don't get it first.
That's bad odds.
Well, yeah, no duh.
1v1.
Okay. Deal. All right. 33.
Larry Bird.
All right.
So we're not adding this to the record or any of that. Oh, return the charger.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect timing.
All right. We'll see everyone Wednesday.
Love you guys.